Hello and welcome to the Adventure Archive. My name is Ryan and I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight as we continue our adventures in the Dark Kingdoms. With me, as always, we have Matt as Victor of the Kaldare, the Human Death Cleric. Jess as Dariana Bloodright, the Elf-marked Seraphage Sorceress. Jason as Cutter the Faceless, the Darrakul Rogue Duelist. Cam as Corin Fleshrend, the Darrakul Battlemaster Fighter, and Eric as Sylvester, the Dhampir Warlock with his Spine Devil familiar Annie. The Dark Kingdoms takes place in the Midgard setting, which is published by Kobold Press, so you will notice some differences in some of the races, classes, features, and whatnot. And please be aware, this is an evil campaign containing evil-aligned characters in a dark fantasy setting, and as such may not be suitable for all audiences. Graphic descriptions of gore, murder, mutilation, and mayhem are fairly common.
A lot of mayhem.
Boom. A lot of mayhem. A lot of torture, really. When you really get into it and really, really dig around, decent amount of torture.
You might need to add like baby eating on there too.
We did eat. We have eaten a baby.
Violence
what
children.
else?
And you
Violence against children.
We as an organization have eaten a baby.
Yeah, we as an organization. Yeah. I know Sylvester convinced a bar full of people to murder an entire family for no reason and then left a note that said, haha, got ya, basically. There's a new thing coming for those out there. Anyone that follows can now drop the Sursa emote. So if you're watching, go ahead and drop that. We got access to the beta version of follower emotes. So everyone that follows will be able to have 5 emotes that will eventually get put in there. That whether you subscribe to us or not, but you should subscribe, you will have access to. So some of the things that we use most frequently, Sursa, maybe Banes and Blesses and things like that. The interesting thing about follower emotes is they're only good for your channel. So we can put the stuff that's very specific to us so that everyone has access to those. But the sweet ones like Go Ham and some of the other ones we'll keep just for subs. So over the next who knows how long, we will have access to a number of different emotes. We'll switch some stuff up. I know we're getting some new Mycelium Madness emotes from an as yet named artist that I'm very excited to see. So that is something that's coming up soon. We'll get 5 follower emotes in there, and everyone will have access to those now. But one of those as of right now is the Sursa Victory emote. So go ahead and drop those. Make sure you drop them tomorrow night as well. I don't think we have a whole lot of other new business. Make sure you check out the YouTube for that first episode of Mycelium Madness ran by Janelle. That was wonderful. It was fun to be a player, and she did a great job with that.
We're almost to 400
and
followers, meaning merch giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're at what, 395? Is that what it says on there?
Yeah, I don't know why it says 387 on the overlay. I can't read it. It's too small. 397?
It does not like to update offline. I guess pain in the butt. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick so people can see what's going on. We got our follower goal, and what are we? Yeah, it says 387. What are we really at?
395.
395. Yes, 395. Okay, so let me just update that real quick. We should start putting that in the pre-stream checklist since it has to be a pain in the butt. It should be updated now.
Yeah,
so we are
right.
5 away. Yeah, we are 5 away from a giveaway. We're going to do a merch giveaway. Probably going to be here on the Dark Kingdom. So whenever we get 5 more followers, for those that haven't seen the new merch, Jason made a wonderful logo for the Dark Kingdoms. Go check that out. You can get it on a t-shirt and a bunch of other stuff. We still have the cheese merch and everything in there too. So we'll probably do a couple of different giveaways once we hit those 400 follower numbers. Definitely getting up there, which is great. And check out the YouTube. Those numbers are climbing as well, and you can find all of our stuff there. I think that's it as far as new business, and we can talk about the rest after. How's everybody in there and those that are allowed, their fresh faces feeling?
It's kind of starting to grow back, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, I already look like I have a beard again.
Yeah.
Kind of, Eric, you look really different. Like really different.
Yeah.
Like a baby.
Like a baby. Yeah. I can't imagine Matt. Matt's already like
It's so bad.
young looking that without the beard, I can't even imagine.
Teresa
I've never seen a
laughed for
thicker,
weeks.
darker like head of hair on someone Matt's tender young age.
Tender.
So yeah.
You guys
and I hate
you're about
it.
to eat me.
Oh yeah.
Today's the
and-
dragon.
No.
Wait, what?
For those that don't know, we shaved our faces for Movember. And again, for those that don't know, Movember is actually an organization and a movement and stuff. It originally started as awareness for prostate cancer awareness. So this month we shaved everything off. And at the end of the month, we are going to do a charity stream where we're going to run the Powered by the Apocalypse game Casket Lands by Mary Anger. Which is a kind of Dust Bowl Western post-apocalyptic world we've run before, not on stream. But the sweet mustaches will be great for kind of the cowboy world. And we will be doing a charity stream during that. We actually need to look up more on how to do a charity stream appropriately. Maybe I'll reach out to those at the Gildeds and see if they have any suggestions. But then all the proceeds will go to that Movember organization, which is now kind of spread beyond just prostate cancer awareness and also goes into like men's mental health awareness and things like that. And then, of course, we will also be doing a breast cancer awareness in February.
So what are the guys going to
February.
do for that?
We don't have to do anything. I guess that's something that the ladies get to all decide what they want to do. I don't know.
I check
Maybe we'll explore-
myself every day.
Yeah.
I
Check
check.
yourself?
Actually, and maybe I'm talking out my ass, but they stopped recommending self checks like quite a while ago and just say to go in and see a doctor. Yeah.
I know.
So, but if you want to feel yourself up,
That's what I was gonna say. Don't stop me.
yeah,
Eric.
yeah.
Oh my
But we will do
God.
something, and maybe we'll get one of the ladies to run. We can dig at Merkborg and get that boo bag and figure something out with that.
Hey, guys can get
So-
breast cancer too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
that is very true. Women cannot get prostate cancer though.
No.
Oh.
We win.
Yeah.
Again,
Uh,
as
Do you,
always.
Int-
Yep.
Interesting statistic though with prostate cancer and breast cancer, it's very, very similar mortality rates. It's like 38 and 36%. So
Oh.
that is one of the reasons Movember wanted to push awareness more. So shave your faces, join us for the charity stream. I think the date will be December 1st is what I have written down. So that's where we're at with that.
So
I think
Wednesday,
that's
okay.
about
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Wednesday. So we'll it'll be right here,
DK,
right now, but weeks from now. So yeah. So it's a super fun game. I'm very excited for that. I got to start prepping early. It is 2d6 Powered by the Apocalypse, so it's a little bit different than what we're used to. It'll be more like what we're playing tomorrow night. So I have talked way too much to start the stream. Let's actually start the stream. You guys, my friends, my players are deep within the Ghoul Imperium. Long story of the campaign short, mostly starting with the second arc. After kidnapping a princess, you now work for the Vampire King Rodion. And they are allied with the Ghoul Imperium, which is a nation of intelligent ghouls living beneath the surface of the world. They allied with the vampires 10 years ago to take over the kingdom of Krakovar. That alliance, for some reason, recently has started to be disrupted by some outside force, and you were tasked with finding that disruption and stopping it. In addition, finding the Red Winter, which is a heretic branch of the Red Sisters who worship Morena, the goddess of blood and lust, the state religion for the vampires. They don't think vampires should be in the church. You did find one batch of them, dispatched them, have not found any more. Haven't looked that hard. You found at one point that the Archduke Avgost, the brother of the king of the kingdom that was taken over 10 years ago, his blood is important to some ritual for the Derakul that will shake the foundations of the world. Oracles have been prophesying this recently across Midgard and are aware of your machinations in order to try to stop this. You tried to find Avgost. He slipped through your fingers multiple times, was eventually taken by the Derakul into the Underdark, into the underworld itself, and you followed to find him. With some help of an yet unnamed ally within the Imperium itself, you were able to make your way down there. You met some kobolds in Little Four. You made your way to the Pit of All Flesh, which is basically a gladiatorial blood arena where you cause mischief and mayhem as you do, and are banned from there henceforth. You eventually found your way to someone that your ally told you to find, who is the last king, Narrowsane, after battling with some insane Darrow who worship him. Narrowsane is the last king of the Darkul prior to the Empire taking over. He was one of the last holdouts before Tondoril the Bone Breaker allied all of the Darkul into one empire, and he would like his power back. He said that he can help you get into Vandakul, where he knows that this ritual is taking place and has allies there, if you will help him find the Staff of the Underworld, which was lost back when he lost his power, and is now in the hoard of a cave dragon named Gondakap in the Dragon's Graveyard, some area that he controls with his band of kobold followers. You have made your way to this area, to the Dragon's Graveyard, and are now seeking to find this cave dragon's hoard and retrieve the Staff of the Underworld for the last king, Narrowsane. Are there any questions, concerns, or issues with that recap?
Not dramatic enough.
No.
I'm sorry, I will make it even more so next time.
There we are.
So yes.
Nice.
So you have made your way beside the Sulphur Sea, past the roadway to Fretlock, which leads up into the Blood Kingdom, crossed the Yellow River into an area that the Ghoul Imperium typically avoids because Gondakap has now retrieved or retaken the power of that area and controls it, as I said, with an iron fist and with kobolds. You have found your way to what appears to be a cave opening, a very, very narrow cave opening leading into something beyond. What are you all doing?
So on the walk there, can I have asked, does anybody know anything about cave dragons?
Never
I-
look around before.
I think the only two that could potentially know very much about cave dragons might be your Darkul friend. So if either of you want to roll history or potentially nature,
yeah.
I would allow you to do so.
We'll do a +0 history roll.
Yeah, I'm pretty crap at both of those.
Oh, but look at that.
Damn.
A
Plus
19.
0, and your +0 roll.
Corin gave him the help action, so he got an 18.
There you go.
Yeah, so we're not gonna do Janelle's rule anymore. It's broken at high levels. So we're just going to do. I'll decide if you can help. You're not gonna be able to just be like, I help with everything. We'll see, especially because you guys, your stats
Use
are so
that
high
voice.
at this point. It's kind of ridiculous. So Corin doesn't know shit. But Cutter, when you were previously here down in the Imperium, maybe you had contact with one, or maybe during your movements as a hunter, you found one at some point. They are near Fretlock, which is a place that you might have frequented. But you know, the cave dragons are not like other dragons. They are considered some of the apex predators of the underworld. Often called the stuff of nightmares for those down here.
Oh, wow. So like worse than regular dragons?
Much weaker. If you're in the underworld.
Okay.
You know that they are covered in black spikes. They have an eyeless head, and and they creep through the underworld like eels in water.
So
they are
they go by sound. Is that how they
yes.
kind of? Okay.
Yeah. They are ravenous marauders who devour anything they can find, undead, plants, anything organic, and will move from one thing to the next without stopping.
Okay.
Oftentimes, they will literally strip their area bare of prey. So finding an ancient one is less likely because they will literally die of starvation because they will just tear away at everything they can possibly reach and then have nothing left. So
let's just say they can't be reasoned with. They have no eyes, but they will see you. They're the stuff of nightmares.
Okay. This will be fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
hey, thank you for the bane, Gorgongon.
Are we? I also think the kobolds bring up interesting dilemma. So when we were in Lilliput, they seemed to be quite good with making life difficult. Yes.
What are you getting at,
tricky.
Victor?
I know we saw signs before Crazy Lady about fire, and Corin almost lost entire face, I believe. Oh no, I'm sorry, Killerin almost got acid and burned. Perhaps
Almost.
Perhaps if we see signs, we should trust them.
Yeah,
I've
I've always been a thinker of don't believe everything you read, but in that particular instance, it was.
That do not. Perhaps kobold do not give us signs. Yes.
I don't know how literate of a race they are, but perhaps.
I wonder if they like worship this thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you guys know just in general that kobolds kind of are a bit like that. I mean, they are literally tiny dragons. They're constantly trapping things or trying to protect themselves because they are so small. And if they can find an ally that will protect them, they generally will, do that. So if you can find a big badass apex predator of the underworld that will be like, sure, you're my minion, they're going to be like, hell yeah.
Do not think our relationship with I forget her name, the nice kobold lady. Do not think that will help us tonight.
No, I thought about that as well as the fisherman kobold, the crazy one. But the dragon, I think, has more sway than. Do you remember their names by chance, though?
The lady. Gosh, that was so long ago.
There was the lady and the fisherman as well.
I feel like it was Jiro. Jiro Dreams of Sushi,
Yeah, it was.
right?
Yeah,
That's what I kept
Jiro
remembering.
was the dude,
Yeah, it was the fisherman, the one we saw fishing.
and then there was the crazy lady with the bat shit cape,
Right.
and we crashed on her floor.
Don't remember her name though.
I mean, I can go get my notebook.
So while they're talking, I'm going to. You said this this cavern is kind of narrow, and then it opens up. Inside.
Yes.
So I'm gonna slowly make my way forward. Seeing what.
So it is actually quite cramped and narrow. I
know our tokens look huge.
Yeah. You.
So it's only like maybe like
realize
3 feet, like right here.
Yeah, you realize pretty quickly. This is cobalt sized.
Oh. Is the ceiling short too, or just the width?
The ceiling in some places, in the tunnels, it's a little shorter, and in areas where it kind of opens up a little bit, it's a little higher. It's about 10 feet in the tunnel areas, and about 20 feet in areas that kind of open up a little bit more. So, and by open up a little bit more, I mean like kind of this area here where there's multiple tunnels connect together. It kind of like domes up a little bit. Maybe in other bigger areas it'll go higher. But it's actually difficult terrain for anyone bigger than size small.
Oh, shit.
It is that tight, and you will be moving again in an area like this where there's like multiple passages coming together. You could move past each other, but other than that, you will be single file, squished in.
Okay. So I'm gonna squeeze through the entrance, or this area where we are. What are these circular things I'm seeing on the ground? Or no, those are the titties.
Not the titties, because titties hang down.
So
yeah,
that's right.
For those that don't remember or weren't here last time, the best way to remember stalagmites. Stalagmites versus stalactites.
Because titties hang down.
Stalactites hang down like titties.
Never forget.
Stalactitties.
I gotcha.
Don't ever forget.
We did know a dude named King Kodo. I don't know if that'll help us, but he was, and I guess there's a lot of kings. And then Jiro for sure was the dude.
I don't know that names are gonna do us any good down here.
Yeah, no.
King Kodo was in.
It's up above.
Zobek?
And then I think Varja was the name of the chick.
Varja was indeed the name of the female kobold.
Yeah, she had all the bats. She was batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy.
She was covered in batshit, and she was crazy.
Yeah.
I would say batshit crazy is appropriate.
So
are we worried about traps, Jace? Like it's a rogue?
Traps in a cave? I mean, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, only because like isn't that what we saw in Lilliport? Like was
we will see.
We'll see.
Kobolds are awful tricky.
I'm in the lead, so we'll see.
That's kind of their MO.
So, quick reminder to everybody as we enter something like this: where your token is where you are. So please constantly be aware of where your token is. If you get separated, you are separated.
Yes.
Slasher.
I love that everyone's just like, Josh. Hey, Josh, remember Josh?
Do you need blood armor? Will it last a long time?
I mean, not that long, but I'd rather start off with it than not have it at all.
Okay. And Victor pulls out his little ceremonial knife.
Okay. I'll cut him with it and be coated in his blood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fucking hell. No one reminded me.
What?
It's better.
Oh, your background?
No, I was in some tavern.
Some tavern. All right, so I'm gonna enter this narrow cavern, and I'm gonna look over my shoulder. Watch yourselves; it's getting a bit cramped in here. And I'm gonna, keep a lookout for anything that looks out of the ordinary. Footprints, markings, tripwires, pits.
Yeah, why don't you roll me
Perception.
an investigation check?
What? You love to cripple me as a rogue, don't you?
I'm trying. You can't roll less than a 10 anyway.
No, I'm not proficient in that, so that's not how it works.
Oh fuck yeah! All
right, well I'm gonna
bane this roll.
I'm gonna bless it.
Bane, boom, 3 bitches.
God damn it. Okay, so I get +1 then.
+1, yeah.
All right, here we go. 12.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, you don't see any traps or anything. What you do find, and did you blessed, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So 13.
So you're down to 4. Wait, did that account my -3?
Well, I got a 3. You got a 2. So it's +1.
Oh, so you get +1. Gotcha. See, I gotcha. So, There's clearly traffic here. A lot of scratch marks, a lot of like clearly this was opened up in these areas. You do see again all of these little circles here that you guys pointed out are the stalagmites. You see what am I
So I guess I'm
hearing?
gonna.
Does somebody have anything?
What's up?
Okay, maybe I'm just making stuff up. I thought I heard something.
There was something in the back.
So you see some little scuffly footprints. Not really trying to be hidden. That's as much as you see right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna squeeze through
and let's
these.
actually switch up some of this. Let's do that.
Oh.
And then let's throw on some cave ambiance. There's some cave action here.
So the most we could catch up to our teammates if we have 30 feet normally is like 15 feet. Huh. Like
you are all at difficult
Half.
terrain through
Okay.
here. Yeah, so all of your movement for all things right now is halved.
Okay.
Corin got a blast.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Flesh rend.
Haunted, nightmare, cavern of lost souls. Let's rock that.
Cave action.
Oh. Is that what you call it?
Not me.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You've just heard about it.
reading the Twitch.
Oh.
Like all the cool kids are doing.
Cave action. Oh.
Oh, it's LQ.
All right. And then we got Corin. Okay, focusing in. We got Corin with a bless. Thank you so much, L2. What are you guys doing?
I am moving forward, squeezing through these stalagmites here into this central area, keeping an eye out. And I want to look, I just want to be in a position where I can see up this kind of northwestern and this eastern corridor.
You want to see it this way a little bit too?
Yeah, I just
Over
want to
here?
position myself like sort of in the middle there. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay. Oh,
See
man.
a little bit of this action here. If I wanted to, I could have taken this entire thing and outlined it in dynamic lighting, and fuck that.
All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No. I'm gonna go. What's up?
And what's everybody else doing? Is everyone just like kind of lining into this area? We'll say that this open area is a little bit bigger. If you guys want to all be like right next to him, or are you going to be farther back? So like, as of right now, we'll call this right here. Let's just say this part here is the cave opening. So.
I mean, Cutter has that awesome thing where like you can half damage and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I have a.
If the dragon comes, because like we're kind of stuck here if that dragon
I have
flames us.
evasion or something.
Okay.
Like that.
I mean, my thought would be, and I don't. Well, Corin, I'm going to follow you, so you tell me.
Yeah, as much as Corin trusts Cutter's excellent trap detection, he's going to stay back like 5 or 10 feet. He's not going to be right up on him.
Okay.
If the new guy ain't going, I ain't going.
All right, so I'm gonna proceed down this way here. Kind of stop. Oh, you can't hold shift and not snap in Roll20. Oh, it's control.
Alt.
It's alt. There
Alt.
we go.
Yeah, alt. Well, yeah. So guys, so alt yourself. Your distances to try to stay in the tunnels and stuff.
So I'm going to stop there, kind of peek around both sides, left and right, and then I guess look forward down this way too.
When you look down that way.
And I'm still keeping an eye out for anything out of the ordinary.
Right.
Oh.
You see another chamber that goes up this way, and if you look down this way, You see a chamber that goes this way, and if you look this way, you see a chamber that kind of does this.
Okay.
You peek down that far enough, I'll just open that up for you.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna hang a left and make my way down here.
All right, so what's everybody else doing?
Keeping my eyes on Corin.
So I see him get up to that intersection and turn left. Once I see what direction he's going, I start following him.
All right, and then
Victor is kind of pacing himself like about. He doesn't want to be more than 15 feet, but he's probably about 10 to 15 feet.
Gotcha.
Because we all have dark vision, so.
I'm gonna be like 5 feet
Right.
behind.
Gotcha. So as you make that turn, your foot catches on something.
Oh.
Catches on a wire, and you hear this noise above you. Hidden deep within the darkness above you, within the stalactites, you see a number of shapes shaking before they crash down around you with these massive gongs. Everybody currently in the entire area here, which will be Cutter, Corin, and Victor, get struck by these massive bells, at least as big as a kobold. Can I get everybody who did that to give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Got it.
Also, is somebody not using headphones?
I'm using headphones.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and blast this.
I'm not, but you're muted. I'm muting.
Gotcha. Okay.
23.
All right. Victor, you rolled a
This is
bless.
this is a dex save.
It is a dexterity saving throw. Yep.
There we go.
You're down to 1.
Down to 1.
Get a 17. Corin?
You got a 10.
Oh yeah, and no bless used. So as these bells all crash down, they actually fill up this entire area, all with this massive reverberating dongs and bangs as they smash off the ground, smashing all of you, crushing down on all of you. Everybody who made the save, massive dongs, right? If you fail the save, you take 15 points of damage, and you are knocked prone underneath one of those bells, Corin. Everyone else is able to dodge out of the way, take lancing blows from these bells, but the sound still reverberates through this chamber, just crashing until it all settles down. And anyone that saved takes 7 points of damage, or I assume the rogue takes none because he's a rogue.
I wouldn't say that. I don't have anything.
Yeah, it's like a level 7 thing, evasion. I'm just learning about
Evasion?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
if
you get an opportunity to take a dexterity saving throw for half damage,
okay.
if you succeed, you take none.
It's dope.
Okay.
That was a rough trap.
Am I wrong? It should just be a base rogue feature.
Yeah, no, I found it. Yeah. It's under my
Yeah.
features.
So
and
if you
traits, yeah.
save to half, you take none, correct? And
Yep.
if you don't save, you take half anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you realize after all the dust settles, the sound calms down, and you can still hear it echoing kind of in the distance of these tunnels. These almost welcoming bells into Gonacap's dragon graveyard.
That's not good. Hello,
Yeah.
we're here.
You look back and you see that you had sprung a tripwire that you had previously missed as you were moving through here.
Okay. I'm just going to keep moving forward this way. Or, well, when I can see what it is, I guess.
Victor offers a hand to Corin help him up.
Yeah, it lets you. We push this thing off of me, and he says,
"Motherfucker."
I think they know we're here now.
Oh, that was quite a greeting. Hell's bells.
So Cutter, or anyone really who wants to try to do, trap investigations or anything like that.
Mhm.
If you want to specifically stop and look at like a square or something like that, like in the 5 feet in front of you, because again, you're kind of scrunched in moving forward, in a dark cavern. So for you all with dark vision, anyone that does not have dark vision sees nothing right now. Anyone that does, it is very stalagmite and stalactite filled. You're having to squeeze through. Things are in your vision. It is an incredibly unideal place to be right now. You can investigate basically the 5 feet in front of you as you move forward.
I think everybody has dark vision right now.
Just not Victor.
Cool.
Oh, wait, no. You're disguised as a Darical. So
we're all
dark
Darical.
vision.
We're all
yeah.
Darical. So
you see, you see dark, you see dim light, and grays and stuff like that. So in an area of gray rock, you see a lot of black and white and gray. It is not lit at all.
And we don't really know that because Cutter was kind of around the corner, so we don't even really know what tripped it. We just know that we got hammered.
Yep.
So I guess we'd all be kind of on high alert. Do we, as the dust settles, do we hear anything rushing towards us?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. 23.
You don't. The sound of the bells dies down and you hear nothing. You hear the sounds of a cave. You hear a little bit of wind. You hear maybe some rocks kind of falling from the ceiling, and that's all you hear.
Corin, I do not hear anything. Perhaps Bell scared them away. Yes?
It's a nice thought.
This is not good. Oh. Do you know what brought Bells down?
I saw Cutter come around the corner and then the world exploded.
Can you? We should probably see if he's okay.
Yeah, and you got, again, this is very tight, and it is the size that it is. So you are like 5 feet away from Cutter right now while this is happening. He's literally just like around the corner 5 feet from you. So you can all like hear each other talking and things like that. Yeah.
Cutter, what happened?
I don't know. All these bells fell from the ceiling.
I hear nothing. I think we should definitely not split up. Would you expect to hear something down here?
What do you mean?
I guess it seems likely we are walking into people very ready for us.
Perhaps I would advise to pull out your shortest weapon. Surprised you can even fit in here.
I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah, I think he's just gonna go kind of hand to hand. He's got that decay cantrip, and he's got some other stuff range. So, okay, that's a good idea. And he kind of takes the mace of distraction and just kind of wedges it like as well as he can, kind of between. Well, I guess the bag is a little bit empty, so I guess he'll. Yeah, I mean, he's just going to kind of keep it by his side, but yeah, I think he's going to keep a hand free and just keep his shield.
And Sylvester, are you still outside of the cave completely, just hearing all of these bell dongs and bell sounds?
No, the sound of dongs gets
So
me.
many dongs.
He's in immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the party.
You like it in here,
And are you-
Sylvester. There are many dongs.
Yeah, Sylvester's fluid. He's good.
These
Yeah.
caves are full of dongs.
Dogs
yeah, I'm
and
in the cave.
stalactites.
Yeah.
We already got the title for the episode.
Yeah.
That was easy.
So many dongs.
Dongs.
So
Yeah.
many dongs.
Dongs.
Yeah, so-
cave,
yeah,
this
that's
cave is
exact-
full of dongs.
He's coming.
Yeah. Well, I bet.
You know what I mean. I heard it as soon as I said it.
Is Annie you're keeping Annie with you as well?
Yeah, she's right behind me, but she's kind of keeping an eye behind, watching my back.
Oh, she can fly
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, but the space is incredibly
Yeah.
narrow. So something who has like a wingspan,
Yeah.
like
She's
smacking around
swole.
in these little caves. Yeah, she's all
Okay,
swole
fine.
now.
Oh man.
So again, don't forget where you are is where you are. So if you get separated, you are separated.
Okay.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Things can see what happens.
Okay.
All right. So who's doing what?
I am peering forward into this this cavern, this passage here, where I am.
You see this. You see a passageway, very cluttered as it connects to another tunnel with stalagmites and stalactites, kind of hard to squeeze through, with one passageway going up to your right. And it looks like at the end of this passageway, an area going down and around up to the left.
Okay. I'm going before stepping forward. I'm basically every time I move, I'm gonna actively search. So, is it gonna be like a roll per 5 feet, or what do you want me to do?
Yep, pretty
Okay.
much. If you want to roll every 5 feet, roll investigation. Nine. Yeah, it looks like more of the same stalagmites, stalactites, no dongs.
No dongs. Okay.
No dongs.
No dongs yet.
No dongs yet. But as you step forward,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Literally 5 feet between traps. It's awesome.
right, a light begins to glow from underneath your feet, and as soon as you look down, you see this golden rune
Yeah.
glowing beneath your feet, going from almost completely invisible, covered in dust, to this bright light right before it explodes.
Sweet.
A golden sphere, a massive golden light spreads out in 20 feet away. So Corin, I'll say it misses Victor as it just kind of goes up this past area here. Could both of you please give me dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh,
I'm gonna use my class feature to re-roll that one.
there we go.
What class feature do you have to re-roll a one?
It's Indomitable. It's
Indomitable.
re-roll a saving throw that you fail.
Re-roll a saving throw that you fail. How do we feel, everybody, re-rolling a saving throw? If someone rolls a 1, do they get a card even before the re-roll, or do they have to be on the settled roll?
I think it should be on the settled roll.
So that means if you
No,
guys roll
Because
like
it's a feature.
inspiration,
Like it's
Yeah,
only
I-
once per day.
I think he only gets it once per day.
Twice, but
I would
so that
say,
means also like
yeah.
inspirations. It's whatever the final roll is. It's not what you roll first.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put the deck away. I'll put the deck away.
I mean, if it was Eric, he would want the red card.
I
but-
keep the
That's how Eric rolls.
So the light flashes. You are just exploded upwards. You actually slam into the ceiling since you were directly over top of this explosive rune. Corin, you just feel the initial blast from it as well. And both of you take.
Well, did I succeed or fail? With a 17.
You failed. So you just take half, I believe.
Okay.
Damn. What was the DC? Holy shit.
I don't like this place.
20 points of damage from this explosion, and the light is so bright, you are both blinded for 1 minute.
All right.
Good.
I'll just.
What type
Also-
of damage is this?
Radiant.
Oh well, we're both undead, so. It seems...
Well, in 5e
yeah,
it makes no
yeah.
sense,
Oh,
but you would think
gotcha.
that Radiant would hurt undead,
Yeah.
but 5e. Yeah. You want? We can always say you guys are
Nah, I'm good.
are vulnerable
I'm
to
fine.
Radiant. We'll just double that off for you guys if you want 20 damage.
That's awesome.
Tempting offer.
Okay.
I'll just wait out my minute, I guess.
Okay. So as you guys are as you're standing there, your eyes completely blinded, your ears, you're not deafened, but they ring for a while. They ring for like 30 seconds to a minute. All of you guys hear this loud explosion and see this incredibly bright light, but you're able to dodge or at least like cover your eyes as it comes around the corner. It's not the searing brightness that hits them. The rest of you, Sylvester, Victor, Dariana, what are you guys doing?
Victor's trying to see like if his friends are in need of healing, like how they're looking.
You can go check with Corn if you like. Dariana, Sylvester, what are you guys up to? You see, you heard these loud noises of the bells in front of you. You now hear this explosion and see this massive light flash through. Seems to be trap after trap with these kobolds in this tiny little cavern. What are you doing?
Very carefully following the person in front of me's footsteps and maybe whispering to Vic or to Sylvester. It sounds pretty bad up there.
So I'm just following her and her footsteps.
You guys are just like, yeah, sucks to suck. Glad we're in the back, and then like continuing on.
Yeah,
It is evil.
I don't know what else
party.
to do. There's nowhere to
I
like.
ate the
move.
I ate the last trap at the other place. We got a rogue
No
up
problem.
front.
So when
Apparently
I
not a rogue
Yeah.
job.
get blinded
Well,
by
for
this,
some reason I can't perceive these traps. I don't know what's wrong. I've been here before and everything.
Perception is like a general feeling of an area versus investigation, which is specifically looking for something. And you are specifically looking for a trap.
Jason,
I feel like that's it. Then if that's the way it is, I feel like the rogue is broken because that's exactly what a rogue is supposed to be doing: is seeing traps.
So Jace, because of this, the rogue I just built, I boosted like the intelligence and like took investigation.
I mean, officially, I
learned.
think you can do either, but I know it's your
You
rule.
can. You can officially do either.
Yeah.
And I think it's left up to the GM to decide what they want
Yeah,
to do.
no, that's fine. I'll keep just blowing the fuck out of this cavern. That's fine.
Maybe in bigger, wider caverns or something, you can perceive more things.
So how is
Um,
Corin looking?
Corin's beat up, but he's fine.
Okay, just kind of dented armor a little bit. Pride.
Yeah, so if he could feel what direction he came from, he'd be blindly walking backwards. Just
Okay.
fuck this stupid cave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are your vision returns to you, the dark vision that you have, and what are you guys doing?
I mean, I guess Victor's gonna do the same. Kind of like he's a little worried now because we knew at least that there was a path to the right that I just went by, so he's gonna kind of listen again, just to hear if anything's like coming at us.
Okay, go for it. Roll another perception. Ooh,
Yeah,
all right. Well, that's
that's great.
definitely.
I
you
already
have a
have.
red card?
I have one still. Yeah,
You have a red card.
that went well. Yeah. So I guess the noise and the light and all the goodness. He's got no clue.
Yeah. Whether they're rushing towards you or lying in wait, I guess we will find out.
Yikes.
Yeah. I would say yikes. Yikes is probably an adequate response. So,
So did this
Rogue.
Did this rune? Did it feel like a pressure plate, or did it just seem like it lit up when I stepped on it? Was there any movement?
It seems like it lit up when you stepped on it, which seems odd to you. You are aware of kobolds. Kobolds generally use mechanical traps. But this one seemed magical in nature, and you are not sure if maybe this is just one weird kobold, or indicative of something else. But yeah, it does. That does seem a little bit off too. It wasn't a pressure plate. It was this glowing rune that was just like, it looks like they had actually like covered it in dust prior to kind of stop that slight glow of magic, and you had just missed it. And then when you stood on it, it just shone through that dust. And
so immediately when I stood upon it, right? Like when the first step I took.
Yeah, as soon as you took a step down on the glowing rune itself, it's started to light up and.
I'm gonna take one of my rations, my chunks of flesh. I'm gonna wrap my rope around it, and I'm just gonna toss it down this corridor and just drag it toward me.
Okay. All right. Why don't you? So it is full of. So yeah, you do that. You kind of cast out some meat like a fishing rod. And it smacks into the end of the corridor. And when you do that, you actually hear this like tick, 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 like receding away.
So like
I don't know if NVIDIA Broadcast cut that out.
Like a mechanical ticking sound, or more like
no, more like small, tiny little footsteps.
Oh shit. Okay, and I want to throw it out.
But as you drag it back, kind of like you're fishing with it, and it drags across the ground. Nothing else happens. You come back with a dust-covered chunk of human or baby or whatever it is that you have, camel.
Okay. So I want to look down this one up here.
Okay, yeah.
See what I see.
This is what you see. You see a corridor that heads up to your right.
Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to toss it as far as I can, however far I can go where I am.
Why don't you just roll me either like a dex.
Just a dex roll?
Yeah, just roll me a. Yeah, you're casting this, but there's stalagmites and stalactites and stuff. You're trying to get it to the end. So just roll me a roll. Yeah, you get it about here. Not all the way to the very end, but most of the way down to the very end, all the way onto this space here.
Okay.
And same thing. Are you just like dragging it back, trying to make sure?
I kind of want to when I let it land, I want to kind of listen to see if I hear that ticking sound again.
So I didn't mean to make a ticking sound. Yeah, it was specifically the sound of footprints.
Or well, yeah,
tiny little footprints running. Yeah.
So sorry, I want to listen. I want to see if I notice that again.
Gotcha. You don't. And as you pull this thing back, it doesn't appear to set anything off.
Okay. So then I'm gonna move all the way up to as far as I throw it.
Okay. And now all the rest of you are way back. Way back.
20, 30 feet.
Yeah. And what you hear is a sound racing towards you.
From?
It's tiny, tiny little footsteps.
Do we know which corridor?
Which direction, yeah.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Hopefully we do better than one. Oh, did you roll already, Eric? There we go. Boom. 20.
Ooh, blue card for Sylvester.
Well, that's Nat, yeah.
Boom.
Dariana?
Oh, let's do it.
Oh. 19, nice. So, Sylvester, you actually, for your blue card, You got a nice one. You get. Can we get an exclamation point luck in the chat as well? Eric, you got plus 1d10
Oh, nice.
on a saving throw.
That won't come in handy.
And you actually hear it coming directly. If you were looking into the cave, it's to the right.
So,
And you're
that
able
way?
to look behind you. It's this way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's right where Sylvester and Dariana are.
So can Victor
And-
can tell
and-
us from there?
Victor, you
Okay.
can't tell. No, you can't. You're looking around trying to find the source of this.
Yeah.
And as you do, this little figure runs out of the dark and chucks 2 glass
Oh.
jugs at Sylvester and Dariana and runs away.
Can I dive over this way?
So there's going to be an attack roll for this. This one is
I think he
Yeah.
jumps over the wall. Chivalry is awesome.
so the first roll is on Dariana. That's a 14 to hit you.
No, currently an 18.
Yes.
Nice.
Well
And
done.
then that 20 to a total of 23,
Thank you,
Sylvester, as you dive by. I assume a 23 hits you.
Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of
Yeah.
get down, Miss President, as he
I like
goes over and-
picturing. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
Secret Service. He's trying to save himself, but now he'll tell her that he tried to save her.
Yeah. So as you're trying to dive out of the way, the first one misses Dariana. She ducks, but you're literally jumping behind her, trying to get like cover. And the one that was actually going for you misses. You
I
dodge it
dove the
completely.
other way. I didn't dive past Ariana. I was diving the other way.
Sure, that's what you tried to do, but your feet tangle up. It doesn't matter. You dive past, one of them hits you, and you are doused in this fluid that immediately ignites.
Oh shit.
You take
Fun.
six. Holy shit.
Oh, that was good. Okay.
You
3
take
ones.
3 1s and a 3. You take 6 points of fire damage, and you are on fire.
The warlock. The warlock's on fire. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Okay. Well, I was obviously dropping. Can I start rolling?
Sure, yeah. If you want to try to put the fire out, I need a dexterity check, please.
Yeah.
As this covers your body like napalm.
Ah.
You are unable to put the fire out,
No. But we can see better.
and you take another 15 points of damage.
Oh,
How more
no.
opposite can 2 rolls be? 3 1s and a 3,
Uh,
and then 3 4s and a 3.
Well, that just sucks. I was getting cocky because your first roll. All right.
Yeah.
if only
You
we
are,
had.
s-
Oh, go ahead.
you are still on fire, and it's getting worse the more you move. It seems to be feeding the flame as you're coated in this almost like gel-like substance that is just searing into your flesh.
Can I help them at all?
You absolutely can.
You're welcome
Yeah.
to. Yeah. I would not stop you.
Only
Okay.
Beaton was here with
I
that
mean,
water pitcher.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
don't-
depending on what you want to do, you can either give him the help action on his next check, or you can try to do something that would extinguish the flames on your own.
Okay.
Well,
I
I was
mean-
wearing that big coat thing, wasn't I? I don't remember.
Okay. I don't think I have anything that would really help.
Is it
so I'll
still my
just
turn?
Okay.
Do the help action.
So then, you're kind of going every time you roll to try to stop this fire, you burn more. So what are you gonna do just mechanically then to try to help this? Are you gonna throw a cloak over him? Are you gonna like kick dirt on him? What are you gonna spit on him?
Dirt.
Probably dirt. Yeah.
All right. So as he's rolling around, you're just like scuffing all this dust and stuff like on top of him as he's trying to roll around, trying to just put out the flames. So I will give you another dexterity check with advantage this time.
Okay. What do I?
I mean, I feel like I would have done it the first time, but I guess I didn't say anything.
Is
You were
shift
surprised. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Real quick, the best buy big follows bot ever. Fat nutsack 000.
It's perfect timing for this.
It's
kid.
perfect. Yeah.
It was
So
the
many
dong.
dongs and fat.
He heard the
nutsacks.
dong. He's like was drawn to
Is
it.
that does the 000 represent the width of his nutsack? Is that what that is?
It's
Right.
three. Well, it's fat because there's three in it,
nuts.
obviously.
Yeah, it's three nuts wide.
You hear?
Damn.
The call of the dong. Yeah. That okay.
All right. Is advantage? Do I hold shift? Is that for advantage?
Yeah, shift or control. I think either one will roll. 2 20s. So.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So yes, with the
her
assistance of
taking off.
Dariana, yeah, as her pushing the dust against you, you're like rolling around on the ground. She's like patting you. You're able to scrub off most of this kind of like liquid gel substance that is covering you, and you are able to put the fire out.
Napalm.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Cast
either
mending
of
on
you
his
can
hair.
roll. Sure, absolutely. Yeah. It is just an object. It is dead. It is not lifeful. So you could, yeah. He is torched and like burning and everything like that, but then you like mend the hair and it just like falls right back into its,
Yeah.
Still smoking a little bit.
Yeah, he's got,
Why
like,
don't
a
either of you
smoky
roll me an
eyeshadow.
Arcana check, real quick.
Which one? Me or him?
Arcana?
I feel like he's-
Either. You're
he's
both
better.
casters. You can both roll it. That's fine.
Okay. Well,
You're better at
Uh,
user reference. Not to meta.
Good
but-
enough.
oh, I guess so.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, you guys realize that this is a concoction you may have heard before in some of your studies, especially Dariana. You've worked with, magic books and various like liquids and things before, blood and whatnot. You know that this is some type of alchemist's fire that was just thrown on you, but it seems stronger than normal, somehow enhanced.
Well, that sucks. Okay.
Yes.
So while that's happening behind you and you hear these distant, probably like yells, Cutter, what are you up to?
I just kind of look over my shoulder and wait for things to settle down, I guess, and grunt, and then I guess I'm gonna look over here. I'm guessing this connects to what I saw previously, and then look ahead as well to that passage.
And we have some alchemist fire in the bag. Who has the bag?
Victor does.
We got that in Zobek.
Okay. I mean, we also have that water, that periapto water or whatever. It's like a
Right.
fire hose.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would totally remember that as Victor. Like, I'm basically carrying the bag because of my allegiance to beat him. So
That safe deposit box we got into when we were.
So if you remember it, if you want it, like we would have to take a moment to kind of, because there's like we're kind of jammed in this trap hallway, but
I'll get it from you in a minute.
okay.
So I'm gonna do my meat on a rope trick again. Toss it out here before I step forward to see if anything happens. Pause to listen as well. See if I hear any more of those footsteps.
Yeah. So you cast it out and start reeling it back in, and you don't hear anything, and it doesn't seem to trigger anything.
Okay. Then I'm gonna keep moving forward to this next area and have a look north.
Okay. So as you look north, now again, what is everybody else doing? Feel free to like, as soon as something's done with somebody else, to you're all kind of moving at the same time. And you're getting pretty far stretched out through this
Yeah.
area.
I mean, Victor's kind of urging you guys to join.
Well, I can't squeeze past Dariana. There we go. Ah, there's not a box.
It's
Right.
option.
You have to hold
on-
alt. Yeah, you have to hold
it's a
alt
Mac,
and kind of
yeah.
drag it. Yeah.
If it's a Mac, it's option.
So, you guys are all starting to catch up. You see Cutter kind of leading the way up front, kind of throwing his meat out and bringing it back. And then he looks forward down.
All right, roll, motherfuckers.
Oh man.
I like how Ryan waits for us to all catch up so he can blow us up again.
Yeah. You look forward down the corridor and you see pretty far before stalagmites kind of get in the way of your movement. And just as you do, you see a small shape
Oh, I
And it-
do.
skitters back into the dark.
Does Sylvester? Because Sylvester has like devil sight. Does he see him on that hallway?
I'm around the corner,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
and
Sorry.
I don't have double sight. Annie does.
Oh, Annie does. That's right.
So that's what you see leading up. It looks like there's actually, let me open this up just a little bit more. It looks like there seems to be a couple of chambers off to the side here. And that's what you see. With a number of stalagmites and stalactites in front of you, kind of like tightly squeezing into areas.
What do kobolds eat? Do I know? Do they eat just like raw flesh, or do they eat cooked food and stuff?
I mean, probably a little bit of anything. They're not like they're small, intelligent, like dragon-like creatures. So I'm sure they would appreciate cooked food, but I think they can eat. I'm pretty sure they're omnivores. They eat like vegetables that they have to survive on, like berries and stuff, or vegetation. I'm sure they could.
Okay.
It's like they're reptiles, so I think a little bit of everything.
All right, I'm gonna toss my rope out here and just let it sit there for a bit. See if anything happens. If I hear anything, see anything.
Okay. Yeah. You don't hear or see anything.
And there's no response to when I toss the meat.
No. You do know the kobolds are they can be incredibly intelligent. Especially the trapsmiths.
Yeah.
They're can be as intelligent as humans and any other of the intelligent races. They're not
Okay.
And
like
clever.
troglodytes or
Don't
anything
think-
like that.
Yeah, they're
So-
clever. And trap makers, they're not going to fall for the meat on a rope trick.
I was gonna say you run into like tripwire bells.
I might fall for
ruined
that
explosions.
trip.
But yeah,
That might look delicious.
it would look delicious. Raw human flesh on a string.
So I'm just gonna call out ahead. You, I can smell you. You're outnumbered. Show yourself.
You hear at that point what sounds like footsteps receding into the distance.
All right, so I'm gonna pull my meat back, see if anything
Nice.
explodes, and
Nothing explodes.
Okay,
So
move up here.
Before Cutter starts moving,
Okay.
that's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Careful. We don't know what kind of tricks these creatures are up to.
Yeah, we gotta check.
Your meat trick may not solve all of our problems.
So many titles.
Meat tricks.
There's
Speak
meat
yourself.
Well, there is a creature ahead, a little one. I think I know which one. It ran
I
away.
offer I offer Cutter my glaive to use as like a prodding tool.
Okay.
How long is this
Would
glaive?
you-
Like 7 feet, 6 feet? I don't know. How tall are they?
That's a good question. It's a reach
Does it have
weapon.
reach?
So, yeah. So probably
So
like
I mean,
6 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and with your reach and stuff, you basically can cover 10 feet with this. I mean, that's the range that it
Okay.
can hit at.
All right. I will take it. I will put my meat away.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's not really useful in this tiny
Dirty
cave.
meat.
here.
But you guys have a lot of different like objects and things to be.
Okay. So I'm gonna move forward to this area. Poking the floor as I move with this glaive.
And as he's moving, is anyone else moving as well?
Yeah, I'm staying. Having learned my lesson, I'm staying 10 feet back this time instead of 5 feet back.
Sylvester, why don't you roll me a perception check, please?
Mm.
Actually, at this point, why don't you have Annie roll a perception check?
Something's behind you.
You think? Any perception? What's perception? Is that wisdom? Or
It is, yeah.
oh, Annie got a nat 20.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she hears these footsteps creeping up behind her, and when she turns around, she sees. And why don't you roll it as well, because you're in the line of sight. Dariana is just around the corner. Or if this is just Annie that sees this.
I'll roll perception.
You're following closely behind Dariana. Annie sees this thing creep around the corner, holding another one of those giant glass bottles, and pulls its arm back to throw it.
Can she
Annie-
attack?
Annie can do. She saw him first, so she can act first at this point.
All right, so she is going to do her tail attack, which is a range attack.
Mhm.
Oop, dang it.
Get him.
Do you have the macro at the bottom?
21. To hit,
Oh yeah.
and she actually gets 2 attacks.
And what's her? That's a tail attack, so she has to be in melee for that, right?
No, it's a spine. They fly. There's spikes that fly off her tail.
Gotcha.
That's her
Okay.
range, that's her range attack.
So yeah. So the first attack hits, absolutely, yeah.
And the second attack.
Absolutely hits. So you can roll damage for both of those.
So I'll just do it all together. So instead of 1d4, we'll do 2d4. 2d4 plus 4. And that's piercing damage of 9, but also fire damage, which is... oh, that's terrible. And 3. So a total of 12.
Yeah, so as it's raising its arm up, it dodges back around the corner a little bit, but the spine still catch it, still does solid damage on it. Steps back around and chucks that bottle at Annie.
Okay. You can hit her all you want.
That'll be a 20 to hit.
That is.
Okay. So it's immediately going to do 10 points of fire damage, which I assume won't do shit to her.
Yep, damage immunity to fire.
Yeah.
Loving it.
So what this little creature sees is the bottle hit it, and it just coat Annie, this spine devil, kind of floating in the air. I assume, or is she on the ground?
Kind of floating in the air.
Yeah, I assume she can kind of levitate, do the thing, like, come back down. It hits her. She catches on fire. You hear this smash behind you, and you turn and see Annie just glowing, filling up this entire space with light. And she's just there, flapping her wings. I assume big smile now on her spine devil face towards this creature. And this creature is going to run the fuck away. And it disappears down into a corridor. It's Jason.
Yes.
What are you doing?
So what do I see down this corridor?
Oh, yeah. So
and
you
then,
see...
I don't know how far ahead I can see, but...
Yeah, you see all of this. You can see into this corridor over here. You can see to about here on this, and that's what you see.
Yeah.
And just a number of like large stalactites hanging down in this area, and then just this kind of like open area. And the roof seems to be a little higher. It's probably about like 35 feet up at this point, as you see a lot of kind of caves kind of come together in this area a little bit.
I'm going to stick to the outer perimeter, take my glaive, tapping it as far ahead of me as I can as I move forward.
Okay. As you're doing that, does a 20 hit you?
Oh yeah, 20 will hit me.
You suddenly feel this, as you're tapping forward through the glaive, this thing wrap around your wrists and continue to writhe around you, swirl past, wrap around your waist. As you look up, you see what appears to just be a stalactite with this kind of like long tendril hanging from it. But then as you're watching, an eye on it appears to open up.
Oh, nice.
A mouth opens up. And this is what you see hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, okay, so it's inverted.
Yeah. I could spin it. Boom. There you go. That's what you see hanging from the ceiling.
And it's grabbed onto my waist and my wrist, so it's pulling me forward.
It is pulling you straight up into the air.
Great. I would like to attempt to escape somehow.
Oh yeah, wait, it got lots of moves left. It grabs you with its tendril. It rips you straight up in the air towards it, pulls you in against it, so the mouth is there and is going to bite you. That will be... How does that make any sense? You're literally held by it. Yeah. So you're able to somehow hold yourself away from the mouth, up against this stalactite, this whatever this creature is, as its gnawing mouth is moving towards you, and it's wrapped around your waist. And I would like all of you to roll me initiative as soon as we get back from break.
All right.
Holy crap! Holy.
Be right
Break.
back.
All right.
We made it.
Hello and welcome back to the Adventure Archive. Our party has made the way into the Dragon's Graveyard, a kobold-infested warren controlled by Gondakap, a cave dragon. They have tripped every trap so far, and now our fearless rogue in the lead is currently in the grasp of some stalactite-like creature trying to gnaw on him as the rest of the party is trying to catch up. But as they know, they have half speed through the difficult terrain, which is these tiny, tiny tunnels, as kobolds are chucking alchemist fire at them from behind. So as we left off, Cutter had been snatched up by one of these stalactites, I assume yelling in the process to allow the rest of the party to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure I was. There was a bit of a surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. And let's use, what do we got here? Grim Idol, Obliteration, Curse of the Scarab, Cheesy Cave.
Cheesy cave.
Boom.
Cheese.
Cheesy Cheezee Cave. And all of you, please roll me initiative. Oh shit.
Ryan.
The tentacle creature get a blue card?
I wish. But we will say the tentacle creature. Boom is right there.
Oh.
So let's make sure everybody is in the roll machine. This guy gets to do an add turn. And he rolled a 20. So we will say he was the first to act. Next up is
And he's not on
Dariana.
there.
Oh, what did she roll?
A 10.
All right, Dariana, you hear a yell in the distance. It sounds like the voice of Cutter. You are way back. And not only that, everything is difficult terrain to get that far. So if you were to go around the corner, you'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, a total of 80 feet away, counting your difficult terrain to get to where Cutter is. Or you just have a general idea of a shout in the forward direction, but you are behind Victor, you are behind Corin. What do you want to do?
I can't slip past anyone because it's too tight.
Not in these corridors. Yeah, we said that at the beginning. There, it's so in an area where another tunnel meets it, it'd be close enough that you guys could kind of go past. But if you are in a tunnel with another person, it's so tight you can't move past.
And nobody's gone around this corner yet.
Which corner? Down here?
Yeah.
We've said
Cutter
meet.
has seen. Yeah, Cutter has seen around that corner, but you have not even seen around that corner yet, technically.
Okay.
You see bloody meat trail.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, Dariana loves and meat, so.
Bloody meat. Yeah.
This is true.
Okay. Can she like carefully make it here?
Yeah. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's your entire movement.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try to Firebolt down this hallway.
Okay. I will say the creature from your distance with the number of stalagmites and stalactites and the narrowness of the corridor, and the fact that the creature is elevated, because we said the tunnels are 10 feet and this is higher, it's going to have at least partial cover, which would be a +5
Okay.
on its AC.
Even with spell sniper.
Spell sniper does what?
Spell
Stops
sniper.
cover.
Yeah.
It ignores like 3/4 covers and then let's see.
I will say it goes from 3/4 cover, which is what I meant to say, to partial cover, because it's literally like around the corner and up from you. So unless you have like wanted and can like bend the bullet with it, I will say it still does have a little bit of a of cover, or you just can't hit it at all. So we'll just go with partial cover.
Okay. You're right. Let's do it.
So we'll do half cover. We'll give it a +2 bonus to its AC.
Did I roll that twice? Let's go with that first one. 24.
24 to hit. A 24 will hit. You are able to like curve the firebolt kind of down the corridor and upwards, just catching the end of the stalactite there, narrowly missing Cutter as he feels this blast of heat wrap around this creature that's holding on to him. And it does 16 fire damage. Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And is the second one, did you get 2 hits, or is that just a,
No,
you just hit it twice?
yeah, there was
Gotcha.
a lag, so I
Gotcha.
got patient.
No problem. So so you just are able to clip it with the firebolt. Is that all you're doing?
I'm gonna wink at Cutter, but I'm sure he doesn't see it.
Yeah, I
Fuck
can imagine
no.
that he probably doesn't. Yeah.
I wouldn't look. but
Cutter.
let's see.
Yeah. As you're being dragged by these tendrils towards this creature's mouth, what would you like to do?
I would like to try to escape.
Okay. I need from you a strength saving throw, but you roll that with disadvantage.
Okay, I'm gonna bless it then.
All right.
Strength saving throw. Wait, maybe I have. What's my luck card? A 1d12 on a skill or a tackle. Damn it. Okay.
Oh, I also need to remember the bad luck cards you guys have.
Oh, it didn't. Hang on, I gotta roll it again. It didn't do it.
Oh no, it did. It was a 13.
That was with that rolled twice.
Yeah, the 13 and a 19.
Well, I just rolled the 19. When I rolled, I was saying I held shift and it didn't, double it. So 13.
13. So you are unable to pull yourself away from this creature. You are grappled by it. Not only
Yeah.
grappled, but restrained. And restrained means that your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you also have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. And because of the way this creature is, you also have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay.
You do feel this like one giant tendril wrapped around your waist, holding you. If that leads you to any thoughts.
So I can do things outside of mechanically how it has me then?
No, I'm saying that we'll just say the tendril has. You could target the tendril separate from the main body.
Got it. Okay.
If that, I'll just make that
Yeah.
clear, since sometimes mechanically 5e is not.
Right.
But that is your turn.
Okay.
Victor, you hear this yelling. You see Dariana kind of peel off from you, squiggle her way through this corridor, and you hear the the probably now known to you sound of like as a firebolt races past down the corridor. You see a little bit of light glow down the hallway.
Okay, so Victor takes a step up to his new compatriot, who I think this is kind of our first real big combat together. And he says, Chernobog send his blessing. And he places his hand on his shoulder and places a death ward upon Mr. Fleshrand. And so that's what you've got right there, Cam. And it'll last for 8 hours. So basically, if you would drop to 0 hit points, it's kind of like a barbarian. You go back up to 1.
Nice.
And
and
marked
then
you with a little scully boy.
there we go. And then he's just kind of ready and raring to go once he can make it. But I think that's as far as he can go. That's the end of
Okay,
his-
yeah. So Corin.
So as he feels that death ward be placed on him and feels the blessing of Cherno, sorry,
Chernobog.
Call him Cherno.
Chernobog.
I like it.
Cherno.
Cherno.
There you go.
You've
Okay.
chosen wisely, my friend. So Corin really doesn't like this tunnel, so he is basically going to just charge through. He's like knocking the tips of the stalactites out as he's like trying to amble through this tunnel. And as he's running, or I guess making his way up to Cutter, he's gonna mind dropping my weapon, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a free action.
Yeah, we'll say that you could have just let it go as you're being grappled.
Okay.
So it's laying on the ground all the way up here, and you've used what looks like
I started here, so it'd be
yeah.
so I could get to there with the movement.
Yeah, that's it.
Can I reach my weapon, or is it?
I'll
out of
say sure. I will say sure. You could grab up your weapon. You can't do anything with it at this point. It's the last thing that you can do. Stretch, reach, grab it. But that's all. That's as far as you get.
Got it.
Annie.
What
is
actually,
Annie doing?
If I have the choice, actually, I'm not going to pick up my weapon. Then in that case, I'm going to clear the way. I'm gonna dash then and get off to the side here then, instead of getting my weapon.
I'll say that you can snatch up your weapon as you go by as you dash.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sylvester or Annie. What is Annie doing? And I will say that her speed, she is small, so she is not restrained by her movement speed.
Okay, I was going to ask that. Yeah. So. So she's going to fly back this way, and she can get to here. And from there, she'll go ahead and do a spine attack on. Now, actually, is the path somewhat clear, or is it just kind of all Cutter being entangled? Does she have a clear shot, or is he blocking her, or?
He is wrapped up against the stalactite, so I will say, if you roll less than a 10, you hit Cutter.
I'll take that risk.
Okay.
Evil.
Okay, so one hits. Well, one's a 13 for 6 damage. Or no, for
That
4
misses.
damage.
Yeah.
And oh no. Oh, those are just the damages. So I rolled a 13. I don't know if that hits.
Yeah, the 13 will miss. Yeah, because I think your first one is the first damage and the second one is the second damage, right? Because it's like piercing and
Exactly.
yeah. That's how you set up the macro. Yeah.
Okay, and then so second attack. Oh, what is?
So you rolled an 11.
Okay, Still missed.
Yeah,
But
so
we-
you just
we're gonna
barely.
cut.
So Cutter, yeah, so Cutter, you hear just as like as all these like spines like shoot past you, trying to hit the stalactite, but the angle was bad, and it misses entirely and just like clicks into the wall behind you. But when
And
you
then-
look over, and for a brief second, you just see Annie there, kind of flying with her tail out towards you.
So I'm gonna have her kind of get small, like land and crouch.
Okay, she can do that. Yeah.
She doesn't block, like if Darian does something or whatever. Try not to block other people's attacks.
Okay. All right. And then
It's me.
no, let's see. Let's see.
Huh?
Does a 20 hit you, Corin?
It barely does, unfortunately.
Okay. And how about a 13?
That does not.
It does not hit you. Suddenly, as you move to the side, one of these other stalactites opens its mouth, reaches a tendril down. First one slashes down next to you as you're still kind of dashing by. It misses as you run past, but the second one is able to grab onto you, reel you up towards it, and much like your other companion, you are just able to get your hands against this rock-like creature, holding it at bay as it's trying to pull your body in to be gnawed on by these teeth. You are both now 30 feet up in the air, grabbed on by these tendrils.
Sweet.
Let me just add the turn in for this guy real quick.
So does the ceiling get higher there? Is that the deal?
Said it was like 35
Just-
feet.
Or
Yeah,
is the whole
it's
cave?
like
is
so.
that tall?
No, like I said that the tunnels were roughly like 10-ish, maybe a little
Yeah.
bit more, but anywhere where like tunnels meet, it kind of domes up, and anywhere where a number of tunnels meet, it domes
Gotcha.
up a little bit higher.
It's like a dome. Okay, cool.
Now it is Sylvester. Oh, and you are now wrapped up in this guy here.
Okay, so we're on me,
Yeah, Sylvester. Yep,
and I'm half speed, correct?
you are half speed, correct?
Okay, 5, 10, 15. I'm going to there, and then
Okay.
the one that's got cutter is getting an.
It will have half cover because the tunnel is shorter than it, so you might be able to just see it.
Okay. So 21 for 13.
21 will miss.
Ooh. All right. Well, that's the first one. Second one, 26.
26 will hit. You're able to just see a sliver of the end of the stalactite hanging down as it's like gnawing on Cutter. And that's what, for 14 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And third one, ooh, a 10.
10's gonna miss.
That's all I can do.
And it is now this creature's turn. Let me just make sure I can read through this stat block here.
Oh my god.
All right, it's gonna try to bite you with advantage. So this will be 2 rolls to bite you. So that'll be a 19. Cutter.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
I don't remember anyone's ACs anymore. Some of you guys have like 20 something sometimes. That'll be 21 points of damage as it bites into you.
Okay.
Oh, we got a bless for a victor. Let me add that in real quick.
Mhm.
Ooh, get you back up to 2. All right, now with its second bite. It'll be 25 to hit, so I think that's a yes. So you will take another 27 points of damage.
Okay.
As it wraps a tendril around you, pulls you up against the stalactite, and its mouth is literally like gnawing on your chest at this point. It's like digging into your flesh. And that's it for its turn. Dariana, what are you doing?
I think I might try to release another firebolt. Is Annie in my way?
She got small, is what he
Okay.
said specifically. So,
Maybe I'll move forward.
Dariana, you got one as well.
What?
You got a bless as well.
Nice.
Thank you.
L2, thank you, L2.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward to here. And then
Okay.
firebolt.
All right, go for it.
I think I'll bless it.
Okay. A 25 to hit for 17 points of damage. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cutter, you are up. You have this tendril wrapped around your waist, and this thing is gnawing on your chest right now. What would you like to do?
So I'm going to try to reach my dagger and
Okay.
stab the tentacle that's around my waist.
Okay. I will say that you can, and you have disadvantage on the attack, because you are attacking the creature that is
Okay.
restraining you.
It's weird how it does. Oh, there it goes.
Which dagger? Oh, you still have the exsanguinating blade on?
no. Yeah, that's what I have.
Oh, did you get another dagger recently?
I
The
was
blood
stiletto.
dagger. Yeah.
Yeah, it was stiletto.
Yeah. So that's a crit fail, right?
That is a crit fail.
So as you're smashing this into this tendril, trying to get it to let go, when you hit, it actually hits back with one of its tendrils, and you drop your dagger onto the ground below you.
Okay.
Do you have another? Are you single attack or multi attack?
I mean, I technically single attack. I guess I could use a bonus action.
Yeah, you could definitely use a bonus action.
Can I take out another weapon though? I'd have
Sure,
to.
I'll say that you already had your dagger out, most likely. You can pull another dagger out as a free action.
Okay. One sec here. I don't have it equipped, so one sec. Dagger.
I will say if it's like a magical dagger that requires attunement, you won't get any of the
Nah,
magical
I'm
effects
saying,
from it. You'll
it's
just
standard dagger. Oh my god, another one.
Dude.
another dagger.
I am
lands on
getting
the floor.
eaten, so
Okay.
it makes sense.
Yeah, you are literally just
Mer-
writhing and
Mercury.
screaming in pain. Like you're able to hit it with your dagger, but it slips out of your hands. You reach in, you're just able to pull another one out, start slashing at this creature, and again, it gnaws in again. Your hand opens up involuntarily and it drops onto the ground. So I assume that's the end of your turn.
Yep. That's all I can do.
Victor.
Yeah, so Victor is gonna move about 10 feet to kind of look up around the corner here. I'm assuming that he can see the roper.
You
Around
can
the
see a
corner.
little bit of it hanging down.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
so-
see Cutter kind of hanging
he-
from it.
So
Yeah.
he kind of reaches out that free hand and is pointing at the creature, and he starts whispering in Kariv, and the creature hears the sound. I don't know if ropers can hear, but He hears the sound of dolorous bells in the air for a moment. He must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of 17, or he's going to take quite a bit of damage, hopefully.
Oh shit.
Now one.
There we go. Okay. And then this is the guy who's already taking damage, so it'll be 3d12. Come on, buddy.
Wow.
Shit. Okay. So he takes 10 points of damage. Could have been better. And then with Victor's bonus action, he then kind of swipes his hand and makes like a symbol of like as if he was swiping an invisible warhammer. And right here in between the two ropers appears a Rothenian warhammer, kind of shimmering, floating, spectral Rothenian weapon.
So you could put it here, but you cannot see this space.
Oh, gotcha.
You don't
okay.
even.
Yeah.
You at this point don't even know there's another roper. You haven't even seen it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I put it right here. I just don't want it to like block Dariana, I guess.
No, the warhammer is small. She can go past it. Same thing with
okay.
Annie. Annie can go past you, or you can go past her.
Okay.
Because she is small and also can fly.
Right on. So I don't have the warhammer.
I know. Dark Kingdoms, tokens, PCs, spiritual weapon. We'll make it small, and I will give it to you. All right, there you go.
And then he's gonna cast it at 4th level just to do a little bit of extra damage. So I'll throw it up in the BTT there. And here we go. So a 13.
13 to hit absolutely misses. Yeah. No, that misses. Yeah.
Let me get this bone. Okay, and he's got a little bit of movement left, so he's just gonna take a step back here in case there's some koboldy kind of goodness coming.
Okay,
up.
Corin, you are up.
I was muted. So this thing's got me wrapped around the waist.
It does, in fact, have you wrapped around the waist. You are held by one of the tendrils up against its body. And that's what you get.
Okay. So I think Corin is just going to picked up his glaive, I guess, as he was getting grabbed by this thing. So he's going to choke up on it and twist it around and try to just bring the blade of the glaive basically into the part of the tendril that's wrapped around him.
Okay, you have disadvantage.
Okay. So 18 good enough?
No, you miss. So you are not able to get a good enough grip on this thing to really get a solid. I mean, it's this long glaive. You're almost at the ceiling. You're being wrapped up. You just are not able to get a good enough swing on this to actually strike it with any type of actual force to do any damage.
Sure. Do I get to take a full attack action?
It is your turn, so you can do, if you have multiple attacks, you can. You're at disadvantage with all of them. You can also try to do you could have tried to do a strength check in the future to try to get out of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I already committed to trying to stab this thing, so I'm going to keep stabbing.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
It's a negative. Nothing doing.
That's gonna, nothing doing. So you are gonna miss. Again, you keep trying to like choke up on this and get a better grip on it, but just you're unable to actually strike this thing with any force because you're actually pushed up against it as it's reeling you in, and you just can't seem to get any purchase to do that at all. Let me catch up on some of these from Skull. Thank you so much, Skull. We got a Bane for me. We got a Bane for me, and we got a Bless for Jess and Matt. Thank you so much. So that's 5 for me. I gotta remember to start using those. Jess up to 3 now. That's 5, not 3. And Matt, you are now at 3 as well. So, is that it for you?
I believe that is it.
Annie is up.
Okay, to avoid the cover, Annie's gonna fly right on up on that thing. And she's going to do, let's see, a bite attack first. I did not create a macro for the bite. Bite is 4.
4 will miss.
And then she's gonna attack it with her fork. A little. $15.
15 will miss. It's not even that she's necessarily missing. It's this thing is so rocky that it is hitting, but it's not actually piercing the hide to do any damage whatsoever.
Yeah, she's not getting purchase on it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
That's okay.
She's just basically smashing it into what feels like rocks.
Yeah.
This creature now is going to try to gnaw into you, Corin. Oh, I get advantage. 21 to hit you.
21 will hit.
And then advantage on a second bite. That'll be an 18.
18 will miss.
18 will miss. Okay. So with just one, you're going to take 23 points of damage as you're shoved against this mouth and it's just gnawing into you. Sylvester.
All right. So I can see the one that's got cutter. And I'm like, this is just ridiculous. So I'm going to cast polymorph on it. And it
Okay.
has to make an intelligence save, DC 19.
An intelligence save of a DC 19. It is not possible.
Nice.
It rolls a 16.
So it is now a turtle.
I like how it's impossible. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
-2 to intelligence.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess, I mean, and we've already said that ability checks and stuff like that, you don't create, your number is a number.
Mhm.
So you can do as best as you possibly can and still fail, except in combat because rule of cool. So it is suddenly a turtle. Cutter.
But I'm going to yell out too, don't hurt it. Because then it'll turn back into a roper.
Oh, fantastic. So,
Oh no.
as it drops from the ceiling, it takes 14 points of damage and immediately reverts back into a roper.
So how does that work? Isn't it attached
Evil.
to the ceiling? So it's like on the ground?
So, yeah, so it can be a stalactite or a stalagmite, this creature can. But it only looks like, so it can still move. It just disguises itself as this thing. So Cutter, you take 11 points of damage. Actually, roll me, it doesn't fucking matter. You're going to roll above it. So take 5 for just half.
Okay.
The creature takes 14 points of damage in its turtle self. So let's look up the stats for a turtle.
How far was it from the ceiling?
30 feet.
Well, that's where it attached, but wasn't the head down? I mean,
It had to have been like
the
30,
whole
30
ceiling's
feet,
30
20,
feet.
20 feet long. It's this big boner of a roper, I guess.
It's giant, right?
Yeah. So
Eric, I'm reading the
let's
spell. I don't see that. Like it's a concentration for you.
No, but
No,
I think once you go to 0,
because it's
you
0.
go hurting
But you
something, then the damage carries over. But if it goes past its hit points as that creature,
You can just cast it. You can just cast it into the VTT, or I'll just
Yeah.
look up polymorph.
So do you think 11 points is going to kill this thing?
Turtles have 2 hit points.
Oh, the turtle.
Um,
I got you.
So if the turtle hits 0, it reverts back to It assumes the hit points of its new form, and it reverts to its normal form. The creature returns the number of hit points it previously had. It is reverted as a result of dropping to 0. So even if it's 20 feet, it's still going to take 2 points of damage, conking into the ground.
Sure, I could drop a turtle 20 feet. All right, well,
If you drop, you're
you're
telling
right.
me that if you drop a turtle 20 feet, it will not be harmed at all.
Does it land on
That'll
the
be
shell
harmed.
side?
that'll be harmed.
Well, where does it drop
Even
from?
if it-
Because like, did it pull me 20 feet up in the air? I'm trying
It
to
will do
imagine.
like
fell-
30 plus.
Maybe it fell on Cutter.
So the roof here I said was 35 feet, and you got
Right.
pulled 30 feet up basically to its
So
mouth.
this thing's like a big old
So-
long. Oh, so it's way high up, and its tentacle went 30 feet or whatever down.
Yes, so it has a reel with its tendril to pull it back in. It is
Oh.
not 30 feet
I
long.
thought it was like
It is a little
fucking
no.
boner
No.
that grew down and grabbed me or something.
No, it is a stalactite, and it has these long tendrils that pull you up towards it.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So the it is now on the ground, but I will say it did let Cutter go in that process
Yeah.
while it was a turtle. You are freed. You drop to the ground, daggers next to
Yay.
you.
Oh.
The turtle drops to the ground and immediately poofs back into this creature, rights itself.
And
it
takes
is now-
12 points of damage.
So it takes how much damage did I report? Yeah, it takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage, the carryover damage.
Okay.
So you got Cutter free for now.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
The bonus action. Oh.
Also, while you were in the process of doing that, should have done this last time, but I did not. As you're dusting yourself off, celebrating, you'd step on a tripwire.
What?
No.
Yeah.
The roper saved him from the trip.
It's literally right in the middle of this space, the space that you are on. I should have done it last time, but my GM overlay color is a little light. Can I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
And the roper needs to
Sure.
do it too, though, right?
What do you? It's where Sylvester is standing.
I'm gonna bless.
Oh, me.
Oh.
Yes,
Sylvester.
you.
Oh, we thought you meant.
Right where
Yeah.
you are
I thought-
standing.
Ah.
Sorry, I thought you were
No.
talking to Cutter. Deck save?
Yep.
All right,
I'm gonna
so
bless
I
it.
got
Ooh.
28.
You
Yeah,
don't.
but Cutter, you didn't need to do it.
Oh, I didn't need to do it?
Sorry, no. It's
confusing.
Sylvester. As
Oh.
Sylvester is like, yeah, good job. I got it.
So
He
a,
steps on a tripwire.
a 12.
Sylvester, you used a bless, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like Cutter fell from the roof in the church.
So hanging above you, you realize this as you're all right, I did the turtle thing. You hear this sound, and when you look up, you see a barrel tipping over to douse you in a liquid. And you are a fiend or an undead.
He's such a fiend.
Pseudo undead.
Pseudo undead. This says it does affect undead though. Generally. So you take 2d10 acid damage.
Oh.
And it specifically says if you're a fiend or undead, you take an additional 2d10 radiant damage.
Oh,
I'll say you're only half undead. So I'll give you 1d10 radiant damage. So you take a total of 19 points of damage as this acid-filled barrel tips over off of a stalactite and dumps down over you, coating you.
This is insane.
Ooh.
Gotta remember all my little trap. There's so many. It's hard to keep track of all of them.
Fun.
And that's Sylvester's turn, and now it's the Roper's turn. The Roper that's standing right in front of Cutter
Oh,
Great.
God damn it.
will immediately try to reach out and grab you with the tendril.
So if it hits, Victor is gonna scream out that prakatsa, the unluck
Hey, ragazza.
on that,
Uh-huh.
and then it would
Spaghetti.
the creature within range, if it's making an attack roll or save throw or ability check against him, they'll be at disadvantage.
Are you able to see him right now? Because
So
as far
this-
as I
this
can
is one of
It
tell,
those-
doesn't matter because what
This
I'm going
is one
to
of
do
those
is use a
weird
shield,
spells.
and it's
Yeah,
not
this
going
is one
to
of
hit
those
me.
weird spells. Okay, I'll save it.
I'm going to use a +5, so it's
You got
gonna
it, buddy.
miss.
Sorry
so don't
about
worry
that.
about it.
yeah. Future reference with the Spasiva or whatever. If you
Gotta
can't
see it.
see that a creature
Okay.
is attacking another creature, it's not like you would know the
I'll add
moment
that.
it's hitting it to
Yeah.
do that.
I'll add that in.
So you are going to use one of your shields.
Heck yeah, I am.
Dope.
That's a very smart play since it's got a bunch of attacks to try to hit you.
And I have not.
And you have a
very
bunch stored up that you still got to get rid of.
Yep.
And you don't have a ton of hit points left. So that's the first attack. It can still technically get past. What's your AC?
18.
Yeah, so it just needs to get what, a 23 or 24, right? No, 23.
I thought you already rolled. Didn't you roll a 19?
I got
Is that what
4
that was?
attacks.
Oh,
I
it's
got-
another. I'm gonna use another fucking shield. Fuck this guy. Or
No,
wait,
so your
that'll hit
shield
anyway?
works. It works until the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah, you don't need to use it twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this goes past the shield's AC and still hits you anyway. And you are you are grabbed, you are reeled in,
Great.
and it gets. So that's tendril, reel. I get 1 bite. That'll be an 18, so that misses. That actually does strike your shield and misses. So you are grabbed again, but you are on the ground. I will say you are within reach of your daggers. They're literally at your feet. And the bite did not hit you because you have your magical shield up.
But
Dariana,
it has me
sorry, what?
grappled or grabbed or whatever, right?
it has you restrained again by the tendril. Yeah, and pulled into its body again too. But you're literally standing right over your daggers. I'll say that they're within reach.
Okay.
Dariana, this thing is now it is on the ground, visible to everybody with no extra cover or anything like that from hanging from the ceiling. What are you doing?
I guess I'll firebolt it again. And I'll bless it.
You're not gonna spell sniper it?
Did you see it hanging on that 20? Oh well.
You said you're gonna bless, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter then.
No, yeah.
11 to hit? No. Is that all you're all rested and stuff, right? You have more than just fireball, right? Just asking for a
but
friend.
I mean, like,
Right.
it wouldn't hit anyway. So I'm glad I didn't burn a higher level spell.
That's true. I'm just curious, just asking.
Yeah, it would have been 12
so yeah.
or 13.
Yeah, 12, 13 will miss. Are you doing anything else? Are you moving or anything?
Nah, I don't want to get in anyone's way.
Right, Cutter. Dagger's in reach. I'll say you are dexterous enough if you want to grab both. You can. And you are snatched up. You can either try to wrench your ray out or attack the tendril itself.
I will try to attack the tendril itself, even though.
Are,
I don't even
are
know
you
if
going
I'm-
for your daggers?
Yeah, I'm gonna scoop him up while
Okay.
it's dragging me toward its mouth, I guess.
There you go. Exactly.
Probably not gonna hit it still. What's like a 25 or something like that? Let's see. So here we go. Do I have disadvantage also? Don't I?
You do.
God damn it. Beautiful.
So you miss with the first one.
All right, I will attempt with the second one, and I guess I'll bless it because why not?
Come on,
Right.
Cutter.
Come on, minus sign. Where are you? There you are. That's
Oh
better.
shit!
Boom.
Fucking finally.
There we go.
27 with disadvantage. Yes, with the non-magical, non-bonus damage one.
Question:
You hit.
Do I get
Yes.
sneak attack? Or no?
Do you have an ally within 5 feet?
I mean, Annie's right
So-
there.
Sort of.
He's right there.
Oh, that's right.
I will say yes. Annie, one of her entire purposes is to
Yeah.
be put in place to give sneak attack and things like
Okay,
that. So
so I'm
absolutely.
gonna roll my shitty damage first.
Yeah, because you don't get modifier or anything
What?
with that, right?
Oh, it auto rolled it.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it did.
Damn.
8 plus 25.
How did
Yeah,
it
brother.
auto roll it? Does it know? How does it know?
Maybe it didn't know, and it's just part of what it was doing.
That's weird.
How do it know?
Regardless,
know.
yeah, you slice it with the first one, but you have it at a bad angle, kind of doing one of these. But again, it's not that you're necessarily missing, it's that thing feels like rock. Unless you get a solid direct shot and actually break through its rocky exterior, you can't do any damage on this. But you do. The second time, there's just enough of a crack in it, it looks like. You slam the dagger in, and start grinding on it, and the tendril just rips off from you.
I know. I don't grind. I don't
Grind.
do that.
Yeah.
Redacted.
The tendril releases you, and you are free from this creature, and you have movement.
Yes. I have movement, so what I'm gonna do is disengage like a rogue can.
Did you use your bonus
shit,
action for
I
your
did.
secondary attack?
So I can't. God damn it.
You could try. It could snatch you up again.
Wait, with another attack, right? So I'm basically fucked
It
either
has-
way, right?
Don't give it a.
You get one opportunity attack. It gets one strike at you. I will say that nope, tendril is melee. I was going to
Let
say
us-
if
let
it
us try to
considered it
kill it.
range.
Let us try to kill him.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I have no choice but to stand here because if I move away, it's going to get a free attack. So I'm just going to stand
Okay.
there.
Victor,
All right. So Victor has heard a lot of stuff. Hasn't seen much. He kind of moves the first 5 feet. What does he see as far as because Cutter is on the ground and the thing is up above?
no. So it was the stalactite, like a titty.
Oh, it's on the ground now.
Flip down onto the ground, stalagmite.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's a ground
it's a
bone.
stalagmite.
And
And
for
then-
a brief moment, it was a turtle.
And
Yeah.
for a
For a
moment,
brief
yeah, but I
moment,
missed-
for
I
the
missed
briefest
that.
of moments.
Now the
Okay.
turtle is poking
And-
its head out.
Okay, so all right. Well, let's just start off with the hammer, just to get that going. Come on, buddy. And can I bless on the hammer, or does it need to be on me?
Plus on anything you want.
Okay, so let's use one of those awesome blesses. Thank you, guys. Here we go. There we go. 31. Boom.
What do you want to hit? Missing.
And oh fuck, 8. I rolled a 1 and a 3 out of 2d8. Unbelievable. Okay, so it does 8 points of damage.
You have a +9 with the spiritual hammer.
I do. And then did that seem to do like? I can see the red bars. It barely moved. Fuck. Okay, and then I'll. God damn it. So when I see Cutter, does he look vaporized, like on his last legs?
He looks about a third of his max.
The worst he's ever been. Okay.
He looks
It's
as
a-
third as healthy as normal.
So he's like hammered meat, but not hammered dog shit. So he's just gonna do Toll the Dead, Wisdom save 17 with his action.
Okay. Just a moment. So you took 8 damage with
Yes. 8 damage with the
the
spiritual
hammer.
hammer.
Yep. And then
And
you're gonna
then-
toll the dead
Toll the Dead. He's got to make a 17 save.
on what? Int or wisdom? or what?
Wisdom.
Oh, he
Unfortunately.
actually gets a +3 on that.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
16.
Okay, just misses. Okay, good. And here we go. He gets 3d12. Come on, do me some justice. There we go. Let's see how that goes. 16. And actually, I have that. That might be melee though. Let me. Oh, it is a cantrip. So I do have that. I do have that feature where with a cantrip or a melee, it's called the Blessed Strike. When a creature takes damage from a cantrip or weapon attack, it does 1d8. So I'm gonna hit that on it too.
So give me
There you
total
go.
damage of your second
So the total
action.
damage 24.
Is that with the 8 in it?
That's with the 8 added in. Yeah.
All right.
So it was a total of
There you go.
32.
Yeah. So you smack this thing around a little bit, and it is still on its feet, on its
And if
stem. I don't know what you want to call it.
if I take a step forward and kind of kneel down, will Dariana be able to see over me?
I guess we'll see.
Okay. I guess that's what I'm. Because I guess the further away I am from Dariana, the better chance she has. So I'm going to go ahead and take a knee and kind of see how this goes.
Okay. Next up is Corin.
Alrighty, having been mighty unsuccessful trying to stab it, he's gonna flip his glaive back around and try to use it like a pry bar and try to strength his way out of this this tentacle.
Okay.
So should I just roll just a straight strength check or athletics or?
It is strength at disadvantage.
Strength at disadvantage. All right, I'm gonna bless it.
Corin using a bless. And what do we got? Ooh, no. You fail. Fail miserably. You try to wedge it in and pry it out, but you're again unable to even like wedge. Basically, the glaive's just doing shit for you. It's not really appearing to be the tool that it needs to be to help you in this situation. Are you doing anything else?
I don't think I can.
Sylvester, I'm sorry, Annie. Annie is up.
So Annie's right there. So Annie's going to do the standard bite and then fork attack. Where is she? There she is. So, okay. So first one is a 15. I know that misses. And a 10. So she missed.
Okay. All right.
But she's staying right there and engaged.
Yeah, so it's not like she misses. She's like biting, clawing, hitting with her little fork or whatever she's doing. But it feels like rock, and it's just dinging off of this and just scraping against the surface.
Not getting purchased.
Yeah, not getting purchase. So this thing is gonna bite into you twice, Corin, with advantage. Ooh, 14 and 12. I believe they both miss.
That is a miss.
Yeah. With the second one, it will be a 23 and a 22.
Will definitely hit.
Slash roll 4d8 plus 4. That'll be 23 points of damage as it pulls you back in and starts gnawing on you again. All right, Sylvester, you are up as you are coated in this liquid acid that had poured over you. What are you doing now?
Is it still burning me or?
No, it was just one time. You just took the damage. You're burnt. You're burnt with acid. You're burnt with fire. Your hair's kind of dampened down a little bit, singed a little bit. Yeah.
I'm in a good mood. All right, so the guy that has Cutter up there is getting Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
So first one, 12 misses.
Yes.
Next one, 18.
18 misses.
Oh, come on now. And a 10, jeez.
Yeah.
Baby.
All right.
Yeah, so you have decent sight, but just like, with the other ones, you're barely missing it or just kind of catching it a little bit, and the rocky surface is just holding off the force damage from these Eldritch Blasts. And Cutter, back to this thing trying to snatch you back up again right after you got freed.
Great.
So yeah, and now it's got multiple attacks to try to reel you in again instead of just the one.
How long does my shield last?
The start of your next turn.
Okay.
But first attack 25 to hit you.
Yep.
Penetrates the shield, pulls you in. Uses its tendril, it uses its reel, and now it's going to bite you with advantage.
Great.
Oh, that's a crit.
Doesn't get more advantageous than that.
So you take 48 plus 4,
Ooh, I'm dead. Oh, you said 4d8.
which would be 26 plus
Do I-
1
do I-
max.
Do I get any, like, my evasion stuff half damage for any of this stuff, or no?
No, because you are
Uncanny.
restrained and you have disadvantage on everything anyway. You could do the well,
Like the uncanny thing.
I'll say you could half this with your uncanny dodge. It's a no. What is your uncanny dodge say?
It says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
So let's have this one because it's probably a good idea. Because what is 4d8? It's 8 times 4 is 32 plus 4 is 36. So it's 36 plus 26, which is 50, 62.
Sure,
Half of which is,
Ooh.
we'll say you take 31.
I have
Oh,
1 hit point.
Yeah.
snap.
Okay.
So you half that with your uncanny dodge. You just kind of like whoo out of the way. It's like only kind of catches you a little bit with that bite, and you reduce 62 points of damage to 31. Yeah. So we'll say that's the end of its turn. Dariana. As Victor is kneeling down before you, giving you a clear shot towards this creature that is reeling Cutter in once again, Annie kind of just like, you can see it just like hitting it with this like little devil fork, but it's not really doing anything. Just this tendrils waving in the air. What are you doing?
Boost it.
So,
Bomb him.
if I get closer to Victor and like make sure that his head is low and I'm like shooting over his head, I won't hit him, right?
If
Yeah,
you are
fidget
literally
spinner.
like,
If
if
I'm, like-
you're behind him,
Yeah.
and literally your hand is past him, no. If you were behind him and you did bad, yes, that's always a risk when you're in line with somebody.
Okay,
But
then
if
I'm
you're-
going to move up and
Yeah,
just like put my hand on his shoulder,
there you go.
rest it there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sick of this guy. Let's
Yeah.
disintegrate him
There we go.
with a bless. My last bless, I think.
You're gonna disintegrate. Okay.
I'm gonna try.
Oh, it's a DC. It's a. I love you guys. I'm gonna
Oh.
move Andy just a tiny bit so you can see his health bar.
So I do think this is one, Ryan. Since I can see him, I can use Spasiva to give him disadvantage on his saving throw. Because I've not used a reaction.
Read out what exactly Spasiva
Yeah.
says.
So it says one reaction which you take immediately when a creature within range makes a saving throw. You utter a swift curse. Spasiva means unlock on that. You bring misfortune to the target's attempt. The attempted creature has disadvantage on the roll.
All right. So it's 8 minus 1 is 7. It's got disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It literally disappears. It disintegrates. It the
Nice.
second it hits it, from the tendrils down, it just turns into dust. Completely, the teeth just fall away from Cutter, and Cutter is just standing there now in this cloud of roper dust surrounding him.
There it is.
There you go. Can we get some go hams in the chat? This is the party of overkill.
I love
Um,
it, Jess. I
yeah.
wish you would have done that earlier, but
Yeah.
it was great.
She didn't know.
You didn't know.
There's another roper that's taken 0 damage.
Yeah.
Gnawing on Corin. Just chewing into him.
She
I'm
can't
fine.
see that.
Okay.
That's very true. Like no one can except for Cutter and
Yeah.
maybe no, just about Cutter. That's it. So Cutter, now that you are free with your 1 HP
My
left,
1 hit point.
do you?
Watch for
do people
tripwires.
have? Do people have health hit points? Do people have anything? Like, do you have health potions? Do you have anything, or do you want to like
I've got
attack the roper, or what do you want to do, Cutter?
I would say I'm probably like stumbling back. I just get my daggers and kind of stumble back as far as I can, essentially.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you are
Um,
now in the way of Sylvester moving forward.
Victor.
You mean Victor?
I'm sorry, Victor moving forward. Yeah,
I'll let him walk over, man.
Can he pass through Annie?
you can't. Yeah, that's what I said before. If you fill the cavern, he can't go past you.
No, I meant Annie.
Oh, he can go past Annie. Yeah.
Oh, I can?
I
Okay.
mean, that's probably safer.
Yeah, you can go past Annie.
Unless
Yeah,
there's a
and it's
fucking
not going to be an
trap right
opportunity attack because the creature is like 30 feet up in the air, so you're not actually adjacent to it
All right.
on the ground.
I am all preparing to run into a fucking tripwire as I move down here. So, just so you guys know.
It's always a possibility.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
There you go. Now you are in the way of Sylvester, but gotta go somewhere. Victor,
Okay,
you
so-
are up.
Yeah.
You see nothing in front of you.
Yeah. Victor sees him disappear. So he goes 5, 10. And I'm assuming he sees like how fucked up he was. He's gonna use his bonus action, move the hammer. I guess like up here.
So as you hit that middle area there, yeah,
No
you actually
way.
then see not
Crap.
just no, I'm just saying you see
Oh.
not just the roper gone, but when you hit that, you see Corin, 25,
Yeah.
30 feet up in the air, fighting
yeah.
with this glaive, fighting with this roper, trying to gnaw
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the bonus action, the spiritual hammer kind of, it gets like right there. It's gonna take a whack at him. Here we go. Please. Shit. Fuck. That can't be good. And then my guess is that because like Corin is all wrapped in all that armor, Victor looks at Cutter and kind of, I would assume, sees like how poorly he moved. He looks at him and then kind of says a few words that they've heard like a long time ago that are also in Kariv. And then as Cutter's like kind of stumbling away, he feels a surge of energy wash through him. As Chernobog gives him a heal. And for 70
70
hit
hit points? Holy shit.
So it's a
Okay.
big investment, but you're worth it.
Oh,
And so that's my bonus. That's my action. I think I've got 5 more feet, but we're not. This is funny. I need to leave space for her. So yeah, so I'm gonna block. I'm gonna take 5 more feet just to block off this entrance in case there's more kobolds coming. So I'm gonna go like right there. And I guess I can see the ropers up above me, basically, into the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, and I think that's everything I can do.
Corin, still getting gnawed on.
Man, it's going real shitty for Corin. He's not having a
Yeah.
good time. Glaive
No.
was not the right weapon for this encounter, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Can I take the dodge action, even though I'm restrained? And all right.
Dodge
well,
game.
just
It's gonna be like,
yeah. Whoa. Purely mathematics wise, the strength check seems to suck because it gets a tiny bonus and I only get 1 shot out of it. So I'm gonna attack.
okay.
I don't know how much damage I have to do, but it just seems like a better option.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you disadvantage. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna full round attack with the glaive.
Oh,
Do I actually
look at
hit?
that! You actually
Yes!
hit it. Roll damage.
Come on, Corpse Slayer.
Holy shit.
Corpse Slayer.
Yeah. It's 11 slashing damage.
11. You needed 10 to disengage the tendril.
Nice.
You drop.
Probably gonna fall and die.
Taking 12 points of damage as you crumple into the ground. I will say you can use half your movement to stand up. And actually, until you get to these corridors here, I'll say that this is not difficult terrain in these 4 squares because it's obviously like an open area. It's not the tight tunnel. So to get to here would be 5 feet, and then difficult terrain beyond that. But then you got all of these guys in the way here.
Yeah. I think if I would have seen Cutter, what looks like escape to relative safety, I think he'd do the same thing. And sort of he's basically crawling.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you're not even going to stand up. You're just going to stay prone and crawl away.
Yeah, just try to get out of the line of sight of this thing.
There you go. All right, absolutely. Annie.
Well, she's gonna throw her spines at it.
All right, go for it.
Oh, jeez.
That'll miss. Yeah.
And she gets 2, so here's the other one.
Oh shit!
Crit!
She crits and hits, so she does a total of so it looks like you're 1 above minimum on those rolls. But you get 1 max of everything plus those rolls, so you do a total of 3, 4, 5, 6.
And 6, 12 plus the 4, 16.
16 damage. Nice. So it actually does. This thing has an eye too. Well, no, we'll say not the eye because blindness stuff. Its mouth opens as it kind of like turns itself to look towards Corn again. And when the first shot kind of scatters off of its, stalactitty body. But the second one, as it opens its mouth to kind of roar, spines just hit it right in the mouth. 16 points of damage. Boom. It is now taken damage.
All right. And then she's going
It
to
is now
move.
She's gonna what?
She's moving out of the way a little bit of it. Right
Gotcha.
there.
It is now this creature's turn, and it is going to shoot out tendrils towards the closest thing to it, which would be Sylvester.
Sylvester.
I'm sorry, Victor.
Victor. Yeah, there we go.
First one will be a 21.
So he puts up a shield, which puts him to a 25.
Takes him to a 25. Let me remove your shield. How many shields do you
I'm down
have?
to 1. Down to 1.
All right. Victor shield settings down to 1. Got to get you all down to 1 at some point. Second attack. Can you what?
Can I sentinel attack its tentacle as it comes in?
Oh.
It's going like not near you.
Yeah, probably not. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's like 10 feet away from you, and it is like 30 feet up in the air. So it's like this. Second attack misses. Third attack gets a 23. Ooh,
Just missed.
kind of almost gets you that shield, and with the final one,
Oh, crit. Jesus.
yeah. It is going to wrap a tendril around you.
Yep.
It cannot pull you in. It cannot try to bite you. That was the final thing that it had. But at this point, there's a 30-foot tendril reach down, grabbing onto you.
Yeah.
Sylvester, you are of no sight. You have multiple people in front of you. You don't really know what's going on past that area because you don't even see the other roper. What are you doing?
Having a snack? I not a whole lot. I can't even run down this other tunnel to get around because Tariana's down there.
There's the tunnel to the right.
that doesn't make it more tempting.
No. And Cutter just like all of a sudden looked way better, right?
Yeah.
In front of you, yeah, you could see him. I'm sure there's some type of magical effect. It's not just like it just. There's probably some dark light or something. I love dark light; it's my favorite. But like some type of like inky darkness that hits him. That like you see the wounds on his chest. I mean, I'm sure he's like opened up on his tunic or whatever, and those all heal up in front of you. Like he seems to kind of like revitalize. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then the tunnel to my right. I mean, is that as far down as I can see? Is it that dark?
No, I can open some more up for you. There you go.
Okay.
So it looks like there's something ahead, something up and to the left, and something off and to the right.
All right. I'm just gonna move like 5 feet, but hold an action so that when I do have a shot, I can take it. So I'm just gonna kind of
At what?
Oh shit! I don't know. I don't even see the thing, huh? Yeah. So I'll just because I did see Cutter coming this way, I'll just kind of give him space because he was running this way before. So I'll just go right.
Dariana, you, from your vantage point, see this long tentacle reach out and wrap around Victor, in the distance beyond Annie.
Okay. I'll move up to where Annie is.
Okay. And as you do, you see up and to the right, you see the stalactite roper hang down tendril, and you see Corin kind of crawling away, damaged, into an adjacent tunnel.
Another one of these. All right. Well, I hope we get to rest after this. I'm gonna cast Disintegrate at 6th level with Bless. Oh, and sorry, I'm gonna cast it with Heightened Spell.
Which means what?
Let me pull it up. I guess not a bless. A heightened spell, which is when he casts a spell, it forces the creature to make a saving throw. You can spend 3 sorcery points to give the target disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh shit! So it's got disadvantage.
Right.
Disadvantage with a -1. So let's roll /roll 2d20. A 9 and a 7. So a 6, it fails and immediately takes 68 points of damage. Looking a little rough. Oh, there's this little hit bar. I moved it to the top so you guys could see it a little bit better.
If I can step back, I will.
That's over there. And sure, you can step back. All right. Yeah, you wrecked this thing. Actually, a number of its tentacles are completely disintegrated and then chunks of it are falling off. It didn't completely destroy it, but it looks like you wrecked it pretty badly with that. Cutter, you are now invigorated. Corin crawling from you towards the tunnel. What are you doing?
I guess I'll move around. I can't really do anything else.
Yeah.
So
with him just at the tunnel mouth, if you want to kind of like roll over him or kind of, little off the wall chinchilla action or something.
Sneak an arrow through there?
Oh, he's like crawling on the ground. You could definitely sneak an arrow right up there at that thing. You can see the roper hanging there, yeah.
Then I'm gonna kind of kneel down shoot up. Yeah, it's high up. So
yeah.
Am I 5 feet away for him?
Yeah. No, I like kneel
Sabotage.
down and use Corn as
Oh
Does he look
yeah, I
5
guess we
feet from
don't
him?
get it's so high. I'm not gonna get so it's gonna be shit down.
Oh, and Annie's going. Okay, gotcha. Because
Whatever.
I'm on the ground. Gotcha.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Man, I
Gosh,
rolled
how
like
can I even-
3 1s.
yeah. I'm not even gonna give you anything bad for a 1 on that one. We can just move on from it. Is that your only attack?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. Like bowstring snap or something? No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's happened.
You already lost your daggers and stuff. Yeah. Victor.
All right. So Victor is gonna. Is the tentacle still on him?
Absolutely. You are snatched up by this thing.
So he has like a cantrip called Decay, which is a melee spell attack. So he's literally gonna grab the tentacle.
Okay.
And make a melee spell attack with a cantrip called Decay.
I'll bane it.
All right. I guess I have bless.
It's just a 1.
I have
It's just a
bless.
1.
Oh, there we go. And here we go.
Did you use one?
I just threw it up there.
Yeah.
I got a 4. And
All right.
Here we go. Come on, buddy.
You have 1 bless left.
All right. So he got a 16.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Fuck. Okay. That sucks. And the spiritual weapon is right there, so we'll do that next. Man. It's a tough dude to hit.
You also have while wrapped up, you have disadvantage on that anyway. So it doesn't.
Well, I think it's just a touch though, right? Like, because it's touching me. It's like a melee.
Well,
touch
it's
attack.
whether it's touching me or touching you, an attack is attack, so you would have disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, so if I would have disadvantage, I would use Toll the Dead then, I think. Like, but
So we'll do
I
that
guess
next
that's not-
time. I'm not gonna have
Yeah,
you know that
yeah.
you missed something and
Gotcha.
then decide to do
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah. Okay. Spiritual weapon.
But there is no disadvantage for the spiritual weapon because it's not
Gotcha, 'cause
actually
it's a
held.
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, here we go. And you know what? I'll bless this too, just because we got him.
Your last bless.
Last bless. Boom. There we go. Good use. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. Come on, get him. Okay. And here we go.
So yeah, 25 to hit. There you go.
And then 7, and then I have that little. So we talked about this. I cannot use that plus 31 points, so I'm just going to use the feature that's the plus 1d8. Oh no, I can't use that either because it's not a cantrip. So
It's
that's
not
all I
you.
can,
It's not.
that's all I can do.
It's not.
That's all I can do.
Yeah. So the spiritual weapon slams into this tendril and it kind of gives you that sound of like hitting a wrench against a power line. You know how there's like
Yeah.
And it does not do enough to break it away from you.
I'm assuming that's all I can do.
Yeah, Corin, you're up.
Okay. So, having escaped immediate danger and seeing that now the person who just helped me right before is now wrapped up, I think all I can do is throw javelins at it because really cutting the tentacle that's wrapping him up isn't going to do anything because then he'll just wrap someone else up on the creature's turn, probably me. Yeah, so I think I'm going to throw a javelin at it, use one of my maneuvers, use precision attack
Okay.
to add superiority dice to the attack roll.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, not really necessary, apparently.
Yeah, you absolutely get it.
Good.
A
Superiority
1
dice,
d12. Nice.
you love to see it. So I guess that I'll just roll damage.
10 points of damage. Good job. Yeah. Things looking rougher and rougher. You can see its health bar. Someone overkill. Waiting for a level 9 spell coming in. Is that all you got? Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Annie, you're up.
And he's gonna spine attack.
All right, go for it. 17 is gonna miss.
All right, she's gonna
Yeah.
do another one.
Don't forget you still have blesses that she can use too.
Yeah.
10 will miss as well. It is now the creature's turn, and it is going to reel in Sylvester and take
Victor.
a couple of bite attacks, or Victor, and it's going to take a couple of advantage bite attacks on you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep messing you guys up. First one is a 21.
That hits because the shield, I believe, is no longer on.
Yeah, it's gone. And then the second one is going to miss. So you just take 29 points of damage as this thing latches into
Wow.
you. And you got a bless from L2. Thank you so much.
Thank you, L2.
Back to 1. All right. Sylvester, you're up once again.
So if I run up here behind Cutter, can I see this thing?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I thought he said he was kneeling behind Corin. So
Yeah, like Corn's on the chucking javelin, so he's kind of out in the open a little bit. Cutter was like kneeling, so we'll say you have line of sight. Yeah.
okay, I want to kind of like reach past Cutter and Eldritch Blast this thing.
Go for it.
28.
It would probably 28's gonna hit. Yeah. It would probably flee if it could, but it moves very slowly.
So 28 for 10 on the first one.
Sly.
23.
Dang. You are wrecking this thing. You see it's actually starting to lose hold on the ceiling. It's starting to...
Last one is 25 for another 12.
Dang.
So
That
that's
is...
for 34 points of damage.
It had 31 left.
Nice.
When that final strike hits, it knocks it off the ceiling, and you see it just splat onto the ground. Kind of lands. It hits like almost a rock a little bit, but the top actually breaks off where the mouth opens, and it just spills out across the floor.
Ugh. That was
Hey.
awesome.
As you guys are all recovering, catching your breath immediately as that thing drops to the ground, seeing its guts spill out, that's where we'll end our session
Yeah.
for this evening. Woo!
Lethal.
Good job, everybody. That was first little kind of quasi dungeon crawl section in a while.
That was well laid out, by the way.
Yeah.
It made
That was deadly.
something that normally we'd kill really easily by having the tunnel so narrow and everything made it really tricky.
Yeah.
I do like this part. This is there are some parts of Empire of the Ghouls that really shine, and some parts that I have rewritten and ignored, and I really enjoyed this part. So
Oh.
trust me.
It would not have been that difficult normally, but the way it was laid out was made it a lot trickier.
Trust me, you guys have this is a big area.
Yeah. We're like
Oh.
we're at the starting gate.
A little farther than the starting gate, but you still
Okay,
got some
good,
room to
good.
go. Yeah, I still got some room to go. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. We really appreciate it. What do we got coming up tomorrow? I got a lot of work to do tonight. I'll probably actually hop on my channel over at Melee After Dark and stream for the next 12 hours, getting prepped for tomorrow. Because tomorrow I will be running Victory Basic, the first session. We had our 0 session last week, so definitely go check that out on our YouTube, which is curated by Jason. It was a good time. We went over the rules for Victory Basic. I've been prepping. I spent all night last night at work, helped building a dungeon, talking with Sursa, talking today with Sursa. So it will be a very fun time tomorrow during Victory Basic, which, as we said before, is a 2d6 kind of Powered by the Apocalypse style Sursa's variant of Dungeon World. So it will be a good time. We have 3 adventurers who will delve into. I'll give you just a little teaser, a little spoiler for tomorrow. They're digging into a dungeon known as the Sepulchre of the Lich Queen. So it will be a good time. What else we got coming up Saturday? We are going, myself and Hunter, for the weekly scroll at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We'll be reading through Warpland, which is a Kickstarter I backed recently. I think, Jason, you got that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it. Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be a fun one to go through.
Fantasy game.
Yeah. Same guy that he also created one called Neuro City, which is the same mechanics, just a different world. So that will be fun. We'll dig into that on Saturday. Monday, catch us for episode 2 of Mycelium Madness, run by Janelle. And then back again here next week for DK and Victory Basic on Wednesday and Thursday. Anything else coming up? I don't think so.
No, I think it's all, it's pretty jam-packed for till Thanksgiving,
Yeah, I think we got a lot going on. We got Movember. We got Matt's one shot coming up around Christmas. Oh, and I think if I remember, starting next week, we are going to start a community challenge for the last person of the Adventure Archive, at least the core group, to run their one shot. That will be Eric. So we will set up a community challenge.
Nice.
And when we have reached that here on the channel, we will have Eric start prepping for whatever it is he decides to run. Do you want to say that yet, or do you want to hold off until we're...
Let's say it. Let's say it.
Yeah, I was gonna run Gamma World.
Nice.
Some Gamma World. Yeah, very excited for that. So you guys will get a Gamma World one shot from Eric when we reach the community goal that I will try to remember to start next session. Anyone that's here that does not follow, please go ahead and drop that follow. We will be doing a merch giveaway once we hit 400 followers. I think we're only like 5 away. 5 away. And I think that's about it. Definitely make sure to tune in tomorrow for Victory Basic. It's going to be a great time. It is definitely a very different kind of system than 5e. It is OSR. Big differences. 2d6 is going to be different, and the dungeon is not balanced to the players. They are expected to defeat it or die trying in various ways. In OSR games, you are not the hero of the story. The world does not revolve around you. You do not become a demigod. You are just a dungeoneer in this world trying to defeat monsters and gain treasure. And that is it. So good luck to Ginger, Moses, Horrible Tomato, and Hunter tomorrow, because punches will not be pulled. So thank you all for being here. See you tomorrow, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. And stick around. We are going to raid. Why don't we go raid? Do you guys want to do Tabletop Titties again? Do you want to head over to Phoenix? Let's just do Phoenix.
Yeah.
Titties doesn't fit right without Andy.
Yeah. Well,
we did Tabletop Titties last week, though.
I know.
We read the different streams with Andy.
Yeah. Well, when he got to pick them, he definitely did
the
different
Tub
stuff
Girl,
for sure.
Tub Girl streams.
We miss you, Andy, when you watch
Tub
this
Girl,
video.
yeah. Whew.
Just hits.
He's like, oh, this
This
isn't
different.
what I expected. It's like bullshit.
No, it's like 5 girls talking about their panties, but
Yeah.
it's not what I meant to read. All right, we love you, Andy. All right, stick around.
Hope
We'll see you
your baby
all
is well.
tomorrow. All right, bye.
Bye.
Ciao.